You get nothing out of this trailer.
Nothing.
Hawkeye's got that Christy Mack haircut. No?
I'm happy to see everyone.
Why?
Because that means that it's Monday and another fun week of shows are beginning.
It is going to be a fun week. It's a fun atmosphere to walk into. It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. I mean, my God.
At one point, I sent, we don't do it now, but just before I forget, I did send a piece of music. Travis,
No, I'm gonna veto that one.
Right.
Thank God.
Why?
I haven't heard of it.
Actually, maybe we should just let the listeners decide.
No, we don't do it now. I'll forget. You know me.
No, I'm just saying, who am I to say?
Yeah. It's just a nice little piece of music I found. Other people may have heard it.
What was it called? Coaster or roaster? What do they call it? Not smash or trash. Somebody called up and said there was a coaster or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I never heard that before.
Neither had Dennis. That's why I don't trust it.
Yeah, if Denny hadn't heard of it, it probably didn't exist in music.
That's right.
Does wearing glasses make your eyes worse?
Yeah, if you wear them when you don't have to. Absolutely, yeah.
Especially, I mean, you've worn it for like almost 2 weeks now.
I feel it's starting to get worse.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yep. That's not you just being a paranoid ass. That's definitely...
I'm looking right now at the phone screen. It's actually a little harder to see.
Jim will actually be blind in a month.
Yeah.
I wish I was deaf.
Right. So do a lot of listeners.
I am dumb, MDEF.
Wish you were DEAD.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That's all well.
Yeah. Did you pass gas a little?
I did.
Was that an SBD?
No, I made noise.
Oh, it did? I didn't hear it. Troy, did you hear it?
It was like a little poot.
Okay, but you heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we knew it was there.
It was real.
Well, welcome. Hope everybody had a good weekend.
I can't open them.
Can't open what?
The iPad.
No, sorry to hear that.
Sound things aren't on.
That's stupid, guys.
Mine is. Well, welcome. How was Orlando?
It was good. Shows were really good. I quite enjoyed it.
Did you do anything in Orlando besides the shows, or is it one of those
nope
hotel show?
You know, I was just tired from flying, and I get up to press in the morning on Friday, so I was fucking exhausted. I couldn't sleep Thursday night because of my fucking Afrin. So I'm wide awake.
What do you mean because you're Afrin?
If I shoot Afrin like keeps you up for a while, I shoot it right before bed. Thank you. And then I'm just wired, and so I go on like an hour and a half sleep to do my morning press.
Oh my God, that sounds torturous.
It was awful, and then I slept for the day, and you know, it's just you just do the shows. I did think of you guys, of course, especially Travis with everything being Disney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you should have gone, dude.
No, I did. I texted you.
Yeah, why didn't you hit up one of the theme parks during the day?
Some of the rides that he might go on.
Like, what were you thinking?
It was like, I think I texted you at like...
no rides that actually exist.
12:01.
Shocker.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Shocker.
I was just wondering if I could shoot over to Disney for a couple hours and get on all the best ones and then shoot back in time for the show.
Yep.
I think so, for sure. And that shouldn't be a problem.
No, I figured just go over there, boom, hop on Space Mountain, whatever some of the other big ones are.
Yeah, that's right. Space Mountain is one of the big ones.
Oh, like
because
Beast of Disney.
1972.
The roller coaster, I thought the name was called the Beast of Disney.
Oh, yeah.
And what was the other one? I don't remember.
Plummet Demon.
Plummet Demon, where you fall.
You gotta check out the Beast and the Demon while you're at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, fuck yeah. But I didn't.
You should have just popped in and took a stroll around the Magic Kingdom.
I literally forget that the Disney's there. I just don't think.
If we go to LA together, I'm absolutely taking Jim to Disneyland.
Oh, that would be great.
I don't go on rides, but I would go with you guys to walk around. I'd go to walk around with you. Why not?
We should do a thing. Maybe we'll do it
It's
on
called
like
Disneyland.
That's right.
Yeah,
maybe we'll do it on the Friday or something if we go out there when we don't have a show.
Yeah.
Or over the weekend.
Oh, that's absolutely what I want to do when I don't have a show.
But
go to Disney?
Oh, boy, I can't wait.
You have to go on Travis and my rules.
Oh yeah.
Which means we're up early, driving to Anaheim to make sure we're there at rope drop.
Yep.
You got to be there for rope drop. It's not worth going if you're not there for rope drop.
I would love for Jim to experience a day.
Oh yeah, he's got to go with us.
Troy, would you go?
In a second.
just to watch, right?
I would love it.
But you know I don't go on rides. I won't go on them because they make me sick.
Okay.
You don't.
Come on, Jim.
There are plenty of rides that you can go on.
They literally are designed for 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's Disney World. It's not
I know
like
that,
it's.
but I don't like roller coasters.
I won't put you on any roller coasters. That's fine.
Do they have like a haunted house?
Yeah.
I'd go through that.
It's actually a mansion, not a house.
I like
Yeah,
a haunted
it's the
mansion.
haunted mansion.
Can you walk through it, or do you go on a little?
No, you go on a cart.
Cart.
But it's not a roller coaster.
Is it slow? Like
Yeah, it's slow.
Jim, you go on a Doom buggy.
That's right. I forgot. They're called Doom Buggies.
Oh, that's chill.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go in the Haunted Mansion. They got Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland, right? Yeah. And all the roller coasters that you don't want to go on, There's a ride you could go online with us so you can see the atmosphere of it because they create the environment for you as you're walking through the line. It's not going to be an arduous task because Travis and I will have hooked up the fast passes for everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then once we get to the roller coaster cars, there's an exit door for small children and pussies.
Yes.
And so you'd be able to walk out the exit door and not actually go on the ride with us and still
You could
get
just
the
wait
whole
for us at the
environment.
end.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you're under the illusion that I would stand on line for a roller coaster ride?
You have to. If you're going to go on the trip, it's for the
fast pass.
Yeah, don't you want to hang
for
out
the
with us?
fast passes.
I literally would sit down there and eat a fucking, what do they serve? Gyros? I'll have a gyro.
Yep.
But stand on a fucking roller coaster line.
Disney's known for their Greek.
Do you think I don't know
They
you
do
guys,
it.
what you guys are going to do? Come on, just get on, just get on. There won't be any exit door.
Isn't gyros like a heavy sandwich?
Yeah.
No, you're not
A
thinking
gyro.
No, you did gyros.
Sit down there and have a gyro while you guys are on the fucking roller coaster.
Maybe one of those cinnamon sticks called churros.
churro.
Maybe a churro, but not a gyro.
I would not go on a
A
roller coaster.
gyro. Can you imagine going on a roller
Yes,
coaster
man.
after eating a gyro?
Yeah.
You eat churros at Disney, not gyros.
Yeah, we'd be able to hook it up. I know people.
I'd go walk around just to see what it's like. But in
You have
Disneyland,
to go with us. You have to go
Yeah.
have the experience. Travis and I know how to do it.
they don't have Epcot in Disneyland?
Nope.
It's
No,
just the
Epcot
one park?
is a Disney
No,
World.
there's Disneyland and California Adventure. They're right next to each other.
Is California Adventure part of Disney?
Yeah, I mean, it's a separate park, separate admission, but
So there's 2 parks.
yes.
Yeah.
And there's 4 parks in Orlando.
Yes.
Okay. You've been to all of them.
All of them.
When you go down there, will you go down there for a week?
Yeah.
And like go to like this one that like
No,
which is the best park to do if you don't go on rides? Epcot?
If you don't go on rides,
Yeah.
Epcot. Epcot would be the most adult place to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you could spend 2 days in there going to all the countries and stuff.
It's so boring.
It
What,
is,
Epcot?
right?
Epcot's the fucking best.
It's so boring.
No,
Would I be bored there?
I mean, you just walk around and it's like, oh, that building looks like it comes from one country, and
you
that
go
building
in the
looks-
buildings, dude. There's shit in those buildings.
It's so boring.
Is it? Okay.
Oh my god, Epcot is you're good. You can go. You grab dinner.
You're insane.
You go on the fast car ride. What's it called?
Test track.
Test track.
What's test track?
And then you go home. Epcot is not only a total dork would go to Epcot for 2 days. Epcot is good for if you have one evening free.
Where's the president's?
That's in the Magic
That's a
Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom, yeah.
Oh.
If you have one evening free, like you get an extra 3 hours to spare,
You go to Epcot.
you go to Epcot for
What are the
3
parks?
hours.
There's
That's it.
Epcot, Magic Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
And
Hollywood
Hollywood Studios.
Oh, that's right. What's the Animal Kingdom?
It's an animal kingdom.
But is this all the live animals? You go pet them?
Would they have? You don't pet.
I mean,
them.
there's a petting station, yeah. You can pet like goats and llamas and shit.
There's a safari.
Yeah. Go on the safari.
Kilimanjaro safari.
See some tigers and lions and elephants.
Is there a lot? Is there a lot of? Is it a very, very big area for the animals?
No, it's very small.
Even better.
Yeah, they
I
keep.
hope so. Like the Bronx Zoo.
They only have 4.
They're all together.
Yeah, they have 4 cages, so they put all the animals with sharp teeth in one cage.
I like that a lot.
And all the animals with dull teeth in another cage. Unfortunately, the hippos keep trampling everybody because they didn't take into account for that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like this Disney thing.
Oh, you'd love it.
You're gonna come with us, and we'll show you how to do it right. But you have to get up early because
I don't care about getting up early, but I won't go on any rides.
You will go on rides.
just go on a
I won't.
ride.
Go, no, I've gone on. No, I get sick. Do you understand? I'm afraid of heights. I get sick.
It's not like a thrill
It really isn't.
theme park. It's for kids.
Name me
And
one ride I would enjoy.
Small World.
What's Small World? What is that?
Oh
How's
my
that
God,
go?
Jim in a small world.
What is it? Small World. Do you spin in a circle? Fuck that.
No,
I
you're
would
on
take
a-
Jim on Small World and hope it got stuck.
Exactly, and then he's just drinking the water, proclaiming himself the Lizard Queen.
Oh, that looks fun.
Yeah, it's just in a little boat. It's for 2-year-olds. A
The
small
majority
world.
of the rides there you can go on and not get sick.
It's for 2 years. You can go on the roller coasters and not get sick.
No, I won't.
Big
Yeah, they're
Thunder
like
Mountain.
starter coasters.
It's the shittiest roller coaster. It's fun, but it's
I get
stupid.
sick in a car, much less a fucking thing that goes tick, 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 and around. It's just not happening. I'm not doing it. I can't be peer pressured. I won't do it. I'll vomit.
Can't be pure.
I will vomit.
You'll be fine.
I'm 50 years old. I'll be 51 by the time we do that. I'm not doing it because I'm going to fucking puke.
You'll have
I
a great time.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't need to go on any roller coasters.
I know you think that I'm going to go on a roller coaster and afterwards I'm going to be like, I love it.
No.
Not happening. I
I
went on
wouldn't
the
even-
roller coaster simulator with my ex-girlfriend in Vegas. And I told you I humiliated her because we went on the one that she designed and we were in it and it turned us upside down and I had to stop it within 10 seconds.
You know why you get sick? Because you're fucking worried about everything. It's the same reason you're coming in here and thinking your eyes have gone bad because you wore glasses for a week and a half. Like, you're not actually, you're just sitting
It's
there.
not true.
You get on the roller coaster car. You're worried about getting sick.
Yes.
And then you get sick. Of course you get sick.
But I get sick when I'm not thinking of getting sick. I've been dealing with motion sickness. Anyone with motion sickness, it's not psychological. It's an inner ear thing. So when I'm in the car, if I happen to look down at the text, I look up, I'm like, oh, I'm going to puke.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah,
I'm not even
I get,
thinking of it.
I get sick on doing that too. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're thinking about it making yourself sick. You're just getting sick because that's
I
what
know,
the
but
way
I'm
you...
talking about you riding kids' roller coasters and thinking it's making you motion sickness.
But it would, because the motion. It's not like... It's the fear of it. First of all, I'm afraid of heights. But the motion would do it. The motion would do it.
I think you'd be fine, but you don't have to go on the roller coasters. We won't make you go on any roller coaster.
I wish I liked them.
We won't make you go on the big boy rides.
I would love to.
You won't. You don't have to.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do.
There's plenty of other things.
What do you think would horrify me the most?
Nothing. There's nothing horrifying at Disney World.
No, what roller coaster?
Probably the Incredicoaster.
That is really?
It used to be California Screamin'. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
That's probably as close to a real roller coaster with a loop and.
He probably wouldn't. He probably wouldn't do well at the whatever the Guardians of the Galaxy Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is.
Oh, Jim would hate Tower of Terror.
Oh,
would-
fuck you. Is that what they pick you up and drop you? Tower of
That
Terror
is
can eat my
technically
dick.
what the ride is. It's a blast.
Fuck that.
But they changed it to Guardians of the Galaxy at Disneyland now. It's not Tower of Terror anymore. Now it's the Chris Pratt Tower of
Escape from
Handsomeness.
something?
Yeah.
I haven't been
Oh,
on.
that's not that high. Hollywood Tower Hotel? No, that's not it.
Yes, it is.
That's the Tower of Terror?
It's
Yes.
themed.
You can't, that's just a photo of it, Jim. That's why you don't think it's that tall. It's just the computer monitor.
How big is it?
Oh, it's like 3 inches.
Yeah, that's not tall at all. I could step on that.
But where's the ride? I just see a hotel.
It's inside
It's
the thing.
inside, yeah.
It's an elevator
It's-
inside the
it's
hotel.
themed as a haunted hotel.
So you go.
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry,
fantastic.
okay.
It's like a Twilight Zone hotel. And you go in, and the whole hotel is there, and Rod Sterling is talking to you, and he's saying that, one of the
Rod
elevators.
Sterling?
Isn't that what his name is? The host of Twilight
yeah,
Zone?
Rod Serling.
Oh, I think you said Rod Sterling.
Oh, maybe I did. I don't know. But he's in there, and you're going through. He's on all the monitors, and you go through. It's amazing. And then you get on this elevator, and it turns out the elevator's haunted. And then you go up just regular, but you get off on a floor. And depending on when you ride the ride, there's, I think, 6 or 7 different possible sort of tracks that you see. The visuals change, the up and down motion changes, and you go through. All of a sudden, the elevator starts moving forward, and you go through a haunted hallway, and the glass shatters, and there's ghosts over here, and it goes doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and the clock starts moving really quickly, and you're like, what the hell? And then the elevator starts going up again, and what it does is where that sign is that says Hollywood Tower Hotel,
Yeah.
right at the top, there's an opening. So you go up, and then then you're outside. You see the whole theme park, and you realize how high you are, and you're like, "Oh shit!" Then it drops, and then it goes back up, and then it drops again, and it goes back up, and it drops again, and then you're done, and you go, "Woo!"
Oh, how high is the drop?
It's really tall. I mean, it's the tallest ride in the park.
Oh, it is. Okay,
Yeah.
It doesn't look that tall in the photo. Like it probably looks like it's a 4 or 5 story building. I know that's not.
No, it's way taller than that. I think it's.
It's like 200 feet. I don't know how much of that is how much
199
drop.
feet.
Yeah, yeah.
It depends. Yeah,
It's as tall as it can be under like aviation rules.
Okay, so it's
so what's that like 20 stories?
almost. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you probably drop about 10 stories.
Yeah, that's safe to say.
Sometimes you drop 5. Sometimes you drop 10.
I would
Sometimes
hate. How long do you drop for? I wouldn't care for that.
It's a good
half hour. I think it's about 30 minutes. No, you go. I mean,
The total duration of the ride's like 3.5 minutes.
except most of that is.
I would say you drop for like a minute.
probably less. It probably feels like a minute, but it's probably more like 30
Do
seconds.
people scream?
Oh my god.
Sometimes I like it when they don't because it bothers. Shh. Let me enjoy the ride. Don't scream.
So you just drop and then it just kind of slows down at the end and then
dude,
fucking.
my daughter did it when she was like 6. You can do it.
Yeah, but kids are different. They're not as scared. They don't understand consequences.
That's true. They don't understand that if this fucks up, we're
They're
dead.
dead.
We're
They just
dead.
think we wind.
The drop I'm hearing is 131 feet is the longest drop,
Okay.
13 stories.
which is a long of the 199 feet. 131 is drop.
It's awesome.
Now, like I said, sometimes you drop 20 feet and then you go right back up. Like they play with your mind. You get ready for this 130-foot drop, and all of a sudden it
just
stops at
stops and
20.
shakes. I would hate that.
And then you go back up, and then it drops even further, and then you go back up, and then you think it's done.
There's no photos of the thing on the outside? I don't see any photos of this fucking thing. Where's the elevator on the outside?
Well, you don't see the elevator on the outside. It's just a big window that is open.
Yeah, this like window up here opens. or-
Yeah. Like
Oh
you
wait,
just
so
see
when you're dropping, are you in the dark or the whole? Or you can see?
Yeah, you're
you
in the
can see
dark
through the window, and then it drops
but
dark.
they'll open up like the elevator shaft.
So you see how high you are.
Yes. Yes, but you're in the dark, and then you see lightning bolts on the walls, like the electricity is shorting out. And sometimes you see like a ghost or something.
Oh, I see. So you're dropping in dark inside the building.
It is dark,
Oh, I
yeah,
understand.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought it was outside where everybody could watch you dropping.
No, it's not like that's like a Six Flags thing where it just they kind of theme things, but not really. It's really
Don't
just
worry, we won't go on that.
Can you go on it without getting on that part?
Of course.
Without getting on what part?
You can go on. You can get to the elevator and then just walk off the other way, so you can see the hotel and everything.
Oh yeah. You could say, "Excuse me, I'm scared," and you can just keep going.
Yeah,
And I
there's-
would.
We could do baby swap with Jim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yay! What's that?
yeah. They have the pussy exit.
What's
on,
baby swap?
Well, baby swaps for parents who don't have somebody to watch their kid. You would go as a family, wait in line, and then I would go on the ride while my wife and baby wait, and then I would get off the ride and my wife would go while I wait with the kid.
Oh, they have
So
a way for you to do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
so that you can both go on the ride and not have to just like leave your kid.
Although
So there's a place for you to stand where you're still in line. You're next in line as soon as it's done.
Yeah, it's right. It's at the quote exit.
Okay.
I do think though, if you can jump up real high and hold the baby tight and show the attendants, they let you bring the baby on because they go,
Is that a Disney hack?
Mm-hmm. If you're like, can I do the baby jump? And they go, okay, do the baby jump and show us that you can handle this, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just go through, look at the way the ride is set up, and then you can leave. You don't have to ride the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, we'll do it all when we go to LA.
It's gonna be great.
Oh, that's the LA one.
Well, yeah,
That's
now
the
it
LA
looks
one,
like
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a bummer.
It wasn't as good as the one in Florida.
No,
It wasn't.
No,
Oh, okay.
it was much more tame.
Then I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Then that's the one that they changed.
But there's
Yeah.
probably less to do in fucking the LA one. What am I going to do if it's not like Epcot? What am I going to do? Just walk around and watch you guys
Epcot's
yell?
not-
We're gonna
"Wee"?
go on rides, dude.
Don't
We'll go on Jungle Cruise.
What's
We'll-
that?
Jungle Cruise? It's a little cruise through the jungle.
except it's fake animals.
Yeah, and
It's
they
a
make
mechan-
quips.
It's mechanical animals that quip. Yeah,
And
they make pithy comments.
Yeah,
Hey, so the way I like haunted houses.
we'll do the Haunted Mansion.
We'll do Haunted Mansion.
We'll do Pirates.
Pirates, you'd like.
Small World. We'll do Jungle Cruise. We'll do Autopia. You can drive your own little car.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll do Dumbo.
Yeah, Autopia is like it's a tour through a village where everybody looks like Dennis Falcone
Oh, really?
because he's autistic.
Oh, okay.
It's Autopia. Let's go to Phil in Los Angeles.
What's going on, guys?
What's
Hi,
up,
Phil.
bud?
Why not put Jimmy on Soarin' over California? I think he
Oh
could
my
handle that
God.
one.
Okay, how about this one, Jim? This is you go and you're on like a hang glider, right? And there's screens all around you. So it feels like you're soaring over the world. But it's really just screens. You're just in a room. You think you could handle that?
I went on one of those things once. It was a virtual roller coaster, and I had to walk out because I felt like I was going to puke.
But this is
I had to go outside and lay on a bench.
you had to lie down.
Were you with someone?
Bill D'Angelo's family. Me, Bill D'Angelo, his brother John. I don't know if his brother Joey was there. And I guess a couple of their girlfriends. And we went to this great adventure or whatever. And I wouldn't go on any of the rides. I went on to a fucking roller coaster. What do they call? Oh my God. The giant fucking
Loop
Ferris wheel. I went on a Ferris wheel and I was like ducking down. I couldn't look over the edge. And I went into a virtual screen thing on a roller coaster and I had to go outside and lay on a bench.
You had to lay down.
It was humiliating.
Did your tummy hurt?
Yeah.
Now, Travis, I will say that after I rode the Avatar virtual screen ride,
Oh my God.
I went on Soarin' in Epcot after that.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Soarin' sucks.
Yep. Not as good.
It's garbage now.
Yeah. Avatar ride's the best ride.
I don't know if it's the best ride.
Are you
It's the
really not
best.
moving? Are you really in just a screen? You feel like you're actually
No, they
Yeah,
actually,
you
at
move
some
a
point, they
little,
actually
yeah.
bring you to China and you really fly over the Great Wall.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
It's a long ride.
How long?
Soarin'?
Yeah, you got to go to China.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
no,
do you get nauseous?
they raise you. No, because it's not like you're doing loop-de-loops and up and down and blah, blah, blah. There's a couple of moments where it's like thrilling a little
and
bit.
you can close your eyes.
You can, but the whole point is that you get
It's not
to
like
see.
Clockwork Orange. They don't have them like.
Yeah, the whole
Oh,
thing.
you're sitting on something, right?
Well, yeah, you're on a seat, but they raise you so your feet are dangling.
Yeah, so you feel like you're Soarin.
But if you really look down, you could
Can
see
you close your
it's like a warehouse floor.
Yeah, if
see
you look to the
floor.
left or right, you'll see you're just in a giant auditorium.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Which is why it's a little different than virtual roller coaster because it's not like you're encapsulated in this small thing.
Right.
You're
Yeah,
in a
you can-
giant room with probably 50 other people.
Yeah, you can escape to reality real quick if you want to.
Yeah.
Like just look around and you're like, oh yeah,
or close your eyes.
yeah, I'm just
I
slightly
mean, you could
above the
close your
ground.
eyes, yes.
Yep, you could close your eyes.
But the whole purpose of the ride is there's a giant screen with all the wonders of the world on it. So to close your eyes,
Well, if I don't want to get ill.
that's true. If you think that would help, that would
How long is the ride? 20 minutes?
45 minutes, I think.
That's long.
It's like, I don't know, it's probably a minute and 45 seconds.
it's a few minutes.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes.
No.
No.
You don't think you could do that? That's not for you? That one, Soarin's not for you?
I don't care for that.
No, that's not for you. You don't want that. You could ride the Toy Story ride at Hollywood Studios where you could shoot things like video games.
Oh yeah.
That one's easy.
Yeah, you can go on Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blaster.
That's what Jim's social life is called.
Yeah. Not too far from the truth.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be really, really great. I will go. Go ahead.
I shouldn't do the spaceship Scott, New York.
Oh, what's going on, Scott?
Hey, boys, what's up? That
Hey.
ride got me so sick. It
Which
got
one?
me so sick. You feel the spaceship to Mars or something? You're like,
Oh,
Mission
yeah.
Space.
Dude, I would recommend you do not do Mission Space.
Oh, Jim?
you'll throw up,
Oh, my
Jim. You'll
God.
throw up.
There's
Why?
warnings all over it. It's the one ride in Disney where it's been a problem. People have gotten injured on
This
it.
one's rough.
Yeah, it's bad. Have
Why?
you had a tough time on this one, Troy?
Yeah, and I have problems on simulators too.
Yeah, this is the one that makes people sick. I will tell you, I have ridden that Star Wars simulator thing and gotten a little bit sick.
What is
Star
this?
Tours?
Yeah, I
What's the
have.
matter with you?
What,
I would skip this one.
what, what's it looks like you're just sitting there and what do they do?
It's a simulator and it's violent.
It really shakes you.
jerky,
Oh.
really jerky.
And you go upside, it's just all over the place.
Because it's like you're going to Mars and Mars gets attacked with rocks. And it's not the smoothest trip in the world. Going
But
to
are
Mars.
you belted in or is it
Yeah, you're seatbelted in and you
No, they just fling you all over the
I see,
room.
it's a little
and you have things to do. You have to push buttons when it's time to push buttons.
So then when you're trying to concentrate on not being sick and they're trying to be like, push this button, and you're going, I'm really just trying to focus on not being sick right now for you to tell me to push buttons and whatnot.
then you have to look down
It's
and
throwing me off my game. Please don't do this.
they give you
to me.
they give you bags right to puke in.
I mean, I'm sure they could.
I don't think they do on
Just
the
sing
ride.
the Golden Grams song.
What?
That was for Sam.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
No.
No, that one's not for you. There's other rides that are for you. Small World, perfect.
Little boat ride.
A little boat ride. A little
Like
innocent.
Willy Wonka, I would like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except not the scary part. He doesn't go into the tunnel. Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is a hurricane a blowing? We don't have to deal with that part. Just the first part.
Okay.
It's good. You'll like it. You know, I woke up this morning and I checked to see what was going on social media and what was going on in the
Sure.
world and everything.
What everybody was talking about.
That's what I was trying to
So we
find
could
out.
launch right into it.
That's right. And I mean, YouTube is becoming fucking crazy town. Everything, like these YouTubers. First, I go on, and have you ever heard of Shane Dawson?
No?
So Shane Dawson is this not
It's a familiar name that
Right.
I've heard it, but maybe I'm
Right.
thinking I've heard it.
Not a crime that you haven't heard of Shane Dawson, but Shane Dawson, he's this giant YouTuber. He's been around forever. People hate him for some reason, but he's a big YouTuber, and he switched what he was doing on YouTube to do like conspiracy shows. He used to be like a vlogger. He's tried a whole bunch of different stuff, but he's done a bunch of parodies. He's done a whole bunch of stuff, but he's been a YouTuber for a very long time. And I started seeing on Twitter, they were trying to cancel Shane Dawson. And I was like, why are they canceling Shane Dawson now? Because they've tried this before. And you know why they're trying to cancel Shane Dawson from YouTube?
Why?
Because they're saying he fucks cats. And I was like, what?
What?
Shane Dawson fucks cats. And the whole thing comes off somebody who doesn't like Shane Dawson from YouTube. I guess he did a podcast in 2015. And they were going through all his old podcasts because, they love
That's what
going
people
through
love to do.
They love going through old stuff. And they found this clip from Shane Dawson, the YouTuber's podcast from 2015.
The things I've done to my poor animals, they will never love me. I've done terrible things. I used to...
Oh, no. I don't know if you want to go there, Shane. What'd you do?
One time, I laid my cat down on her back.
Are you going to get arrested for this?
I don't know. No.
Think about it.
I don't think so.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't penetrate. I laid the cat down on her back, and then I moved her little chicken legs, spread open or whatever. And I was like, if I just hump, but on her tummy, that's not weird. Whatever. And then I humped it, and it kept going. And I came all over the cat.
No, you did not.
It was my first sexual experience.
No
I was also
way.
19, so it's
Wait a minute.
Wait a second. Did you just say you came on a cat?
Guys, I think I have to put money in the meter.
Yeah, right?
But who likes cats? I never did anything like that. Well, I never did anything crazy like that.
Maybe that's why you don't like pussy anymore.
No, the
It's just a dumb story, which is probably not even true.
It's fake.
Gives a fuck.
I just love that.
Do you think it's fake?
Well,
that seems like a really weird thing to make
He said
up.
it's
It does,
fake.
but of course he's going to say it's fake, so you got it. There's no proof to it, so it's just a dumb story.
Right.
I just love that. In one conversation we have, YouTubers are the next generation of broadcasters. This is where media is going. But there's no other media platform where you have to cancel one of the biggest stars on the platform because he jizzed on a cat.
It's just
But he's saying he sent out some tweets. Even though he said he wasn't going to apologize for stuff anymore because he keeps having to apologize for stuff, he had to make an exception this time because he's the #1 trending topic in the world because he jizzed on a cat. And he said that this was a made-up story, that he just made it up because it was a dumb skit idea that he had, and then he just played it off like it was a true story. But he has never, he says he loves cats, but he's never jizzed on a cat. So I'm glad you wake up and you're like, this person who some people would say this is where media is going now has to come publicly forward and saying, regardless of comments I've made in the past, I have never jizzed on a cat.
But it's also this literal interpretation everybody has of everything an entertainer says. Like people go, well, yeah, he said it. Well, yeah, but it's a fucking podcast. He's not under oath.
Right, exactly.
Jesus Christ, who gives a shit?
I think also there's something about the platform of YouTube where people become so accessible, and theoretically anybody could do it. It takes talent, it takes an entertaining personality, it takes all this stuff to actually be successful on YouTube, but theoretically the technology makes it so that anybody could do it. And that's what becomes, I think, attractive about these people, is that you're watching somebody that is theoretically just like you. But what happens is these people get successful, and there are those who aren't fans of them. They get resentful of that success.
Course.
So then they go, and since they're YouTubers, they're not comedians, for example, who could just go on stage and tell their jokes and escape all this. They're just YouTubers that now have to deal. The whole thing is based on community. You can't just say, I'm just going to do what I do, because the audience is part of the shtick, right?
I don't know.
If you're just like a lifestyles YouTuber, you kind of depend on the audience more so than most other...
You do, but would people... Again, I don't know that world. Would people walk away? I don't know if they would. Because again,
for jizzing on a cat?
The outrage over something like that...
But is it even like...
Is such nonsense. And you respond and go, it was a made-up story and a fucking joke. That people want to be upset, so it's never about what you say or don't say. It's not even about the apology. It's that they like being upset with you, and the high is going after you.
Just acknowledging when they get... somebody like this YouTuber Shane Dawson to acknowledge whether or not he has jizzed on a cat, they've won. There's no way Shane Dawson addressing jizzing on cats means that the trolls win 100%.
Yeah, unless you address it like the idea of being annoyed at it is ridiculous and dismiss it. I mean, some things you have to address, but
you goof on it entirely.
You goof on it, yes. If it's a made up dumb story, I mean, it doesn't sound real. I don't care how he delivered it. It didn't sound real when I heard it.
No, when you heard it, it sounded like one of those stories that if it got pressed for being outrageous, we would play it on this show, and both of us would go,
that's fake.
He's lying.
Yeah.
He never did. That's so
bullshit.
Stupid. Yeah, he's just trying to get teenagers excited.
And I think a lot of people know that doesn't... Craig and Madison.
Let's go to Craig. What's going on, bud?
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
Jim, you should be a great judge of this because I saw your act, and you tell a story about you fucking a girl, and the cat's there, and you come on the cat.
Well, the joke is I came off the bed and the cat was on the floor. But I understand in that joke what the truth, what the exaggeration is.
Wait, should we
Can I
start?
tell you one other thing?
Sure.
The comedian is on Voodoo for free this week. I saw you. You were great, but you were too short.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I was in and out of that film. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Craig.
Thanks, buddy.
Have a great.
Should we see if we can get Jim trending? Maybe we can cancel Jim Norton for talking because you jizzed on cats too?
No, because I've never done the bit filmed. Let me film it first and get it on. I don't want to blow the joke.
Okay, but you should preface it by saying this has nothing to do with Shane Dawson, by the way.
No.
Right.
Oh.
This is something I was doing before.
Yeah.
How many Twitter followers does this Shane Dawson have?
Like 7 million.
Wow. Jesus.
Does it?
Oh, 8 million. 7.94 million followers. I had him on the show once when I was doing a solo show because he had a book out. He seemed like a nice enough kid. You know, it just seemed... I think we should read his long apology. If we could scroll down, Troy, there's a multi-part. He's now sending to 8 million people an apology or an explanation for the fact that people think he may have jizzed on his cat. He tweets, "I didn't fuck my cat. I didn't come on my cat. I didn't put my dick anywhere near my cat. I've never done anything weird with my cats. I promised myself I wasn't going to make apology videos after last year's thing, so I'm just trying to be as short and honest with this as possible." Do you know the type of person you have to be where, like, you got, like, Travis, who's just now in there going, I don't know, it sounds like he just done his cat. You would hope that you would portray yourself as the type of person where people would go, I don't think he really could have just done a cat.
No, he didn't do that. He's talking about laying it on its back and dry humping it. Can you imagine how the fuck would you hold a cat's legs open and dry hump it until you came? Stop.
Do you know the scratch marks on your dick that you would have? Yes, I do. Okay. Then you can explain.
Yeah, try them on your face. You're going down there to eat a little pussy first. Going down there to make her feel good.
There's no way you could dry hump a cat.
No.
It's impossible. They get violent. The claws come out. They start...
Yeah, they hate it. Ugh. They fucking hate it. You think they're going to like it.
Think about it.
Purring, rubbing on you. You're like, oh, I get it.
Anybody
it's coming on to me.
Yeah, please. I know the signals.
You wanted this. You wanted this as much as I did, Cat. You asked for this. Anybody that's ever had a cat?
I have. I've had 2.
Okay, so you know.
Both dead.
Good. You know that when you're petting a cat, every cat, some cats are nice. No cats are nice. But you get to a point, you're petting it, and it seems like the cat's enjoying it. And then out of nowhere, there's one pet too many, and the cat just decides you're an enemy now.
Yep.
I'm going to just slash the shit out of whatever I can find. Right?
Sure.
And you think you could fuck that cat?
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't make any sense.
Does not make any sense.
He continues on with his tweets.
We had a very cute cat.
Did you?
Yes.
What was the cat's name?
John.
You named your cat John?
I did.
You're really an original boy, huh? No wonder you went into the creative arts.
Well, the original name of the cat, I literally thought it was a girl when I first got him, and I named him something else.
By the way, John is how you would spend a lot of your life, ironically.
100%.
But go on.
The original name I gave him was Susan. I named my cat Susan.
Did you know it was a boy?
No, and then I found out it was a boy, so we called him John.
I was about to say, if you named your male cat Susan on purpose, we have unearthed so much already.
We have, but you also, the fact that I made a gender error. And I did it on my next cat, too.
Of course you did.
I thought it was a male, so I named her William. And then we realized that she was black. We found her outside, so we called her Midnight.
Ooh, mysterious.
I was young.
You're just a boy.
I didn't know.
You were a boy. You thought you may be able to dry hump these cats.
I didn't know.
You didn't know.
Yeah.
Shane Dawson continues.
My mother used to tell me that John was God's cat.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
Why'd she say that?
Because I loved him so much when I was a boy. She was like, he's God's cat.
He wasn't God's cat, though. He's your cat.
I understand that. She was trying to tell me that he was special.
He wasn't special.
He was.
Well, he was special to you because he's
a good
your
boy. Little Manx. We thought he was abused. That's why we got him from a shelter. He had like a little Manx cats have like a stub tail.
Uh-huh.
So my parents didn't know. They thought he had been like abused and the tail had been cut off.
So
we wanted to adopt him.
But as it turned out,
that was his breed.
It was just his breed.
You should get another cat.
Why?
Because you're lonely.
I'll get a dog.
I want a small dog.
Get a dog.
I think at this point, a small, because cats.
You don't want a dog though. You don't want to walk it. You don't want to like.
I have a terrace. I'll put it outside and make it piss on a wee pad.
Smart. And your neighbors will love the neighbors who pay all that money for those big expensive apartments. They'll love a dog just barking on a terrace all day.
What if it pees on your floodlights?
Oh my God! And then it makes them
security.
And then it makes them blurry, and then ninjas come in from the roof of the building, and then Jim can't tell who they are because there's piss on the lens. You're right. Dogs are a bad idea.
Yeah, just get a cat. You can go away on your weekend trips to comedy and just leave it there.
I can go away to comedy. What do you think? It's a fucking verb.
Jim, were you off in Florida, off to comedy?
I was comedying. You can go off to comedy. I'll call you later. I'm comedying.
Jim called me over the weekend, and he was like, "Sam, is the reception clear? I'm here in comedy."
Yeah, hey, listen, dude, I can't do it that weekend. I have to comedy. Perhaps after our comedy, we could get together.
Rob sometimes gets frustrated because after Chip, Rob will go like, "Oh, can I ask you some questions about the studio?" And Jim is like, "Oh, let me do it in like a half hour. I have to go downstairs and comedy
I
first."
must comedy first.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah, I mean, but I don't know. Cats are just such fucks.
Yeah.
They're just...
I do like a kitten, though.
And I feel like
running around the house.
Sometimes cats can make you really point out your loneliness.
Yeah, but if that fucking thing pissed on my rug, I'd have to fucking scream at it.
What if the dog did it?
Dogs piss on rugs because they're stupid. Cats piss on rugs out of spite.
It's a statement, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Get a nice dog. Get a vest for it. A little purse dog, a little bag dog. And you could bring it on the plane with
Jim
you.
Doing that?
Of course. He'd bring it into the studio with him. You don't think...
I'd bring a little dog with
me. He would go to CVS with the dog in his purse.
If anybody
bag.
If anybody can get an emotional support dog, I think Jim could pull it off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you think I look like a little fucking hypoallergenic?
I mean, none of that would shock me.
Get one of those dogs like Nicole used to have before she fed it to a coyote.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, Nicole from the mashup.
The coyote was hungry?
Yeah, she saw a coyote and she just threw her dog at it.
She dared her dog to go get to know it.
She didn't want to drive it home, so she just fed her dog to a coyote. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, well...
I'd carry it on the plane. I'd put it in a little bag.
Yeah, people would love it. I like seeing animals on planes.
I don't mind it.
I think it's
as long as
fun.
they're not loud, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't care.
I was in the airport coming home from Orlando yesterday, and the cops had it was almost like it wasn't a Dalmatian. I don't know, but it said "Do not pet" on the sign. It was like a drug dog.
But you really want to, don't you?
Oh my God, yeah. But what kind of dogs they have?
Bomb sniffing dogs?
Yeah, but I don't know what it was. It was not. It looked like a fucking
like shepherds.
It was no. I would know a German Shepherd. It was
lab.
Yeah, it might have been a lab. Yeah, "Do not pet" on the thing on it. It was like fuck.
Yeah, it's working.
And you're like, yeah, but I really want to. I think I might pet it.
Yeah,
and especially when they have little puppies that they're training to sniff.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you just want to cuddle them.
You want to. And those dogs, we used to talk to the cop downstairs. Kenny would talk to him, and I would always go over to his car. That police dog in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, you approach the dog. Those things are fucking violent.
They're good dogs, though. They listen.
Amazing. He would let it out, and then we could go over and pet it. He would get the dog out and say whatever he would do, and we'd go over and just pet this giant German Shepherd that with one word would rip my fingers off.
Yep.
That's awesome. You ever... You wouldn't try to dry hump the dog, though, or come on it?
It would depend on what the commands that the man gave it.
Let's go back to Shane Dawson's apology for not jizzing on his cat. He wrote, "I've apologized many times for all the dumb shit I've said in videos and podcasts over the years. I've learned my lesson over and over again, and I'm more confident now in my ability to be entertaining just by being myself and not being so shocking for laughs. That story was fake and based on a dumb, awful sketch idea I had years ago that I never made, thank God. And when the opportunity came up for a funny moment in the podcast, I told it as if it was a real story, which was disgusting and very, very dumb. My goal with the podcast and with my videos years ago was to tell shocking stories that would make people laugh and scream, OMG, no you didn't, and think I was so crazy. It's embarrassing, and I fucking hate myself for it." Oh, he's still going. Jesus Christ, how many...
Yeah, they're just dumb jokes, Shane. It wasn't like you were out doing awful things.
How about this?
Just jokes.
Don't worry about all this stuff. So I'm sorry for what I said about my cat. Why are you sorry? Just make one sentence.
You're trying to make it all go away. You're trying to make all of this avalanche go away.
But here's why it won't go away. Because the idea of a big famous YouTube star jizzing on his cat, that's a funny story.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny to be able to say there's this guy on YouTube, oh, the guy who jizzed on his cat. Like, that's funny.
Yeah.
So so it's not going away. So just make a statement. I didn't jizz on my cat and move on. You know?
Yeah.
Is it that tough? Do you have to do 9 tweets explaining why exactly you didn't jizz on your cat? I don't dry hump cats. All right, Shane, got it. Relax.
Yeah.
But
can you imagine Stephen King coming out? I'm so sorry for having killed children in it. I'm so sorry for having done. If he had to apologize for every antisocial thing he's written about in a book.
I didn't kill kids with a giant spider, but I'm sorry that I wrote that I did.
Yeah, I mean, didn't Beverly in that book fuck her dad?
Yeah.
Like there was an incestuous. I mean, again, it was great. It's a great book.
Great book.
But I don't know why we look at works of fiction and when you say something, people take you as like you're literally going. All kidding aside,
right?
Making a speech.
I think it gets it gets blurred with comedy, and I use comedy in the general sense, not just stand up, but podcasts and YouTube and everything.
These guys have to deal with the same thing,
right? You present yourself with your real name, and then you tell a funny story, and because you don't expressly say I'm saying this as a character. Or
it's an exaggeration for the sake of being funny. I don't necessarily feel this way. I might actually feel the entire opposite, but I think this is the funny direction to go in.
Can you imagine if you had to start your jokes by saying, this isn't true, but can you imagine if, and then start your joke? It would lose all steam.
Yeah, I'm going to try that one time at the Cellar.
You should.
Or after every joke, I'm going to explain exactly what the joke was and exactly how I really feel.
Right. Not that I actually feel that way, but it would be funny if I did.
Yeah, I never actually did that. I just had that crazy thought, and then I decided to present it as if I've done it.
Yeah. I just thought, because for me, I thought it would be funnier. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Let's poll the audience, because we're all equals here.
Now, if that triggered anybody, if that upset anybody, please let me know, and I'll clarify.
But it's not even, this stuff isn't upsetting people. They just, it's what you've said 100 times. They just want to get you.
They just want the high, the rush of being part of the pile-on.
How many times do you think Shane Dawson or any of these YouTubers have had quotes thrown out about them that they're trying to get to stick? And then finally, the people that are trying to get you get one to stick. Shane Dawson jizzed on his cat is the one that's sticking today. And I could see that coming a mile away. If you've got that quote, it's sticking.
Yeah.
But nobody's sitting there believing it. I don't think anybody's really going to sit there and go, I was a fan of Shane Dawson until I find out he fucks cats. It's not happening. It's not real life. So I'm sitting there looking at this. And then another YouTuber is trending. Adam22. Adam22 does a show called No Jumper. And No Jumper it's a podcast, but it's on YouTube. It's sort of an open conversation. It's more of the hip-hop genre. But he's huge on YouTube. He does this giant podcast where he interviews people, just him and another person, and they put the whole podcast on YouTube, and it does really, really well. And now he does a lot of live streaming on YouTube, and he does all kinds of stuff. But he has a tremendously large following. He's really, really popular, and he does a good job with stuff. So I think this was last night, because I just read about it this morning. He is doing one of his live streams, and he lives out there in LA, and he's got a store, and he does his live streams from the back room of his store.
What's he sell? Clothes?
I think clothes and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm gonna guess vintage stuff, but I'm not.
Right.
I'm just making that up. But if I had to guess, that's what I would guess. His store is called On Some Shit, I think. That's why his shirt says that.
Yeah.
And he's doing his live stream or whatever, and he does his live stream from the back room of one of his stores. And in the middle of his live stream, a guy with a gun comes in and tries to hold him up. And it's legit. They call the cops. It's for real, and it's all on video. If you scroll up, Troy, you can see that's the video right there. So what he's doing is, I believe, hit pause for a sec. There you go. I believe what he's doing is that he takes donations and then he plays up and coming artists, SoundCloud rappers, these people. He plays their music for his audience, and they just like smash or trash it. I think that's what was going on here. And then all of a sudden, Adam22 is talking about the music. He's just having a good time.
Right.
Getting some food out. He got some delivery.
So he'll eat and talk.
Sure. It's totally non-formatted, like the most casual thing ever. Right. It's great. But then this happens.
In this case, we're going to say no.
Wow, Adam, big
There we go.
It feels like it's all your fucking money.
Right now. You want to go right now? You want to kill her? Stop.
So hit pause for a second. What's going on off camera is that they have a bunch of bodyguards and bouncers. So the guy came over with the gun.
Yep.
But off camera, a whole bunch of other guys came and took him down immediately.
Took the guy with the gun down? Oh, he has guys around him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he had guys there. But look at, I mean, Adam 22 comes across like $1 million in this video. He doesn't, even if I had bouncers around, if someone interrupted my YouTube stream and pointed a gun at me and said, I'm here to take all your money, whatever that weirdo said, I'd be shitting myself.
Yeah.
I'd be terrified. Adam 22 is actually like kind of trying to fight back a little bit.
Oh, is that what he was doing?
Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was flailing his arms around?
Yeah, I mean, look.
Well, are his guards?
I couldn't tell that he was fighting back. I thought he was trying to like avoid the gunshots.
Yeah.
That were about to come.
He was like pushing him away. I think.
Okay.
How did the guy get to him without him seeing him approach?
I think he just rushed right in.
Oh.
Because it's the back room of a store. I think that he just went into the store, went right into the back room, and just rushed him right there and pointed the gun out. And then immediately.
It actually looked fake. If it wasn't for the cops, I would have thought that he set this up.
Me too. I definitely had to do some research. Troy, if you want to be able to rewind and whatnot, I believe you have the video itself in your email. The file. So that's
knowing
gonna be
that
a
it's
little easier
real,
to play.
sometimes something looks like it was staged and it wasn't.
Totally. There it is right there. Yep.
Play, and if we like it, we'll let you know. In this case, we're going to say no.
Wow, Adam, big
There
boy.
we go.
Feels like it's all your fucking money. Right now. You want to go right now? You want to kill her?
Because it does in the beginning.
How great is it that there was other guys there?
It's so great. It does look fake in the beginning.
And
But then there's
why does he
also
have bodyguards there?
I think that
Is he in a
there's
bad neighborhood?
I don't know what area he's in, but I know that he's definitely dealt with people that have had criminal pasts.
And you said that's a store, right?
It's a store.
So I guess maybe
He wants to protect everything. He's making it very,
if
very
you're
public.
live streaming and you know that like people know that things are there and you're there, I can get why you'd have bodyguards, especially if you're that popular.
Actually, with hip hop, man, that should.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
So it's all hip hop he does
for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're letting out squeals like he did.
Yeah,
Sounds
he
like
was
Michael
scared.
Jackson. Except his fight or flight kicked in, and he didn't fly. He fought.
He was kind of. I think Travis is right. Just kind of protect himself by going back. But I mean,
He started swinging his feet a little bit.
Yeah.
Look,
just desperate.
I
mean, it kind of looked like if you're trying to fuck a cat.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he was doing.
So what? So
I would have just rolled under the table. I would have collapsed. I would have laid down and just. I would have acted like I was already shot. Like he would come in, he'd point the gun, and my instinct would be to just tap out. You're done.
Like when a dog plays dead.
That's it. It's over. You're finished.
So the guy runs in with the gun. Give me all your fucking money.
And there is a moment where you look at Adam 22's face.
He looks like he's laughing.
But right before that, like when he first realizes there's a gun there, he's shocked. And then I think he starts nervous laughing and flailing about because he doesn't know what the fuck to do. There's a gun in his face. Go for it, Troy.
Rewind or you?
Yeah, you can rewind a little bit. Why not?
There we go.
Feels like it's all your fucking money. Right now. You want to go right now? You want to kill her? Stop.
Yo. Fucking little bitch. How dare you? Don't you fucking pull up on us with no fucking gun, you little bitch. Fucking.
So now, hit pause
Who's
for a
that talking
second.
to him?
That's
In this case,
that's his co-host that he was with, calling the guy, don't come in here with a gun, you little bitch. At this point, the guy has been subdued. So now, the bodyguards have got him on the ground. He's completely subdued, and there's a video of this moment from the co-host's cell phone, which is where I'm like, okay, this is starting to feel real.
Can we see that?
Yeah. Let's finish this clip and then
Okay.
go to it. Yeah.
play, and if we like it,
Fucking little bitch. How dare you? Don't you fucking pull up on us with no fucking gun, you little bitch. Fucking. Little fucking bitch. What is wrong with you? Yo, Chris.
Good song.
Fucking little
Who's that?
bitch. I was fucking shot this fucking dude. Serious?
Now it's everybody flocking in a decoy.
What's that?
Mixing up the vodka with the liquor.
Hit pause for a second. The artists responsible for these songs are really benefiting.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, if you're going to get played on any of Adam 22's live streams,
so it's not a bad
not
song
that these
either.
aren't giant songs already, but
massive.
Right,
now.
but it really helps.
Oh yeah,
it really helps.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to come back soon. Holy shit.
Fucking pulled up on us with a gun.
Why didn't he shoot? Now he's out cold. We gotta call the cops. We're gonna have to come back for all these other donations, dude. Holy fuck. Yeah. Just.
And then he shuts down the stream for a while.
Wow.
Crazy, right? You want to see the video of...
Hope it doesn't happen to Chip.
I think Chip will probably be fine. I don't think Chip has the same stuff to worry about.
No.
You never know.
No, I mean, it's true. You never...
Something might happen.
It's a crazy world out there.
I hope Chip doesn't fake it because he wants people to think that he's as big as Adam 22 is on YouTube. Wouldn't that be bad if Chip faked it? Yep.
Wow.
So here's the video. Now we're looking at a video, and we'll tweet out. We have a link to a story that has both of these videos in it that we'll tweet out so you guys can watch along at Jim and Sam Show. But now there's this video of this guy who broke in. It looks like he did it without a mask, unless they pulled his mask off. He broke into Adam 22's spot, and now he's laying on the ground, just feeling like a fucking asshole, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Don't fucking bitch. Don't fucking do shit like that. You fucking little bitch.
You can tell in his face. He knows he's fucked.
Yeah.
He throws up the peace sign for a second because he thought it was fine. The guy started kicking him.
Whoa.
Just kicking him.
Wonder what he thought was going to happen.
I don't know. Maybe he felt like, I have a gun. It's the great equalizer. But, like, Adam 22 has people with guns around him, I guess.
Now,
or just big, strong men.
Is there footage of the cops coming in, or is there a news story?
There's a photo.
Is there a news story about it?
It just happened.
Oh.
So, like, it happened last night, and I saw this at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, here's the photo. I mean, there's the cops coming in. That's when I saw that photo, that's when I was like, okay, this is real. Because otherwise, this is amazing publicity, But I was also thinking, clearly this guy knows that the Jussie Smollett story just happened. And you could take that two ways. Either it's fresh in his mind and he goes, oh, I could fake something too and get a whole bunch of publicity. But I would hope to think that he would be smart enough to know that it's completely blowing up in Jussie Smollett's face. Well, let me not repeat that.
Well, Jussie faked a police report too. If this guy just faked something on YouTube...
But he's still an ass. I mean, faking it, you lose all your credibility. He tweeted out, Adam 22 tweeted out, and this is where it all comes together, just so beautifully. If I got shot tonight, my dying words would have been something about how Shane Dawson didn't jizz on a cat. That's what Adam 22 tweeted out. These social media people that just live in the moment. You know what I mean? It's just all in the moment. Let's see what's happening right now. 1 minute you're tweeting jokes about fucking cats, and the next minute you got a gun to your head. Actually, I'll be back tomorrow. I got to go chill. Don't worry about all the donations. We'll get played. So he did not come back on YouTube after that. Man. I mean, I believe it right now until something comes out that says it's phony. It seems, cause when I saw the cops there, unless he faked it and then he brought cops in, but I don't think that he's going to repeat that.
Unless they're not real cops.
That's another thing.
Just be guys in
uniforms. But I think that it's real. It seems real. Yeah. I don't know why Adam 22 would bother faking this. There's 100 things you could do for publicity that wouldn't blow up on your face like this. And this happens with YouTubers. What's his name? Logan Paul.
Right.
His house got robbed. People broke into his house because they figured out where he lived because YouTubers just create such accessibility that you can take advantage of that and people feel like they can. But
Adam 22's reaction seemed real.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a little weird. Yeah, you're right.
Because exactly. It was too weird to be fake. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, he would probably try to come across as cooler if it was fake.
Oh shit, we're being robbed.
Right. Like he wouldn't. First of all, the voice that you just did is incredibly racist.
It's my Adam 22 voice. I heard him on the video. That's my Adam 22
I mean,
voice.
the white
pretty good.
The white privilege is just seeping out of that producer's studio right now, Travis.
It's just me and Rob.
Yeah, no, that's what it is, actually. I think Rob's a bad influence on you. Rob, who his idea of show prep is to send every news story involving negative Beto O'Rourke mentions.
Yeah, of course.
All Rob does, I swear to God, Rob's in the process of getting bumped up here. Here's what I'm going to do. He thinks that he's going to use his new power on the show.
That's right, to make Dad happy.
Yeah, exactly. Dad, guess what I sent about Beto? Rob is really worried about Beto.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He is really worried about him.
Why,
Multiple emails.
Just email after email. And you see what Beto did when he was 16? Oh, Beto said he didn't want to be president. Oh, Beto said this about his family. I'm like, there's 15 people that have said they're running for president. Sure. What are you obsessed with
Rob,
this Beto for?
Well, he likes those open borders. That's not good.
No, but why are you upset? Why are you worried about him?
Oh, well, Dad
hasn't told him yet.
Dad, he's waiting for Dad to let him know.
No, everything that he's done, I just find it funny that he's the guy who is like a punk rocker and now he's running for office, like the president and everything.
You have no idea, dude.
All of his hacker things are just funny. I find it funny.
We have a president who is a reality show host.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's like, I don't know. I don't
know.
Did you?
I just thought I should not like you.
Rob lives in a bubble. I'm already, when I saw that email, I figured out immediately, because this isn't the first email that Rob has sent that's been
seen them,
ripe with Beto content. Yeah. Ever since Beto announced he was running for president, Rob is just about it.
And it's trying to spin a narrative here.
All that's negative Beto stuff. And I'm like, Rob doesn't even know that he's living in a bubble where Beto is the biggest story in the world. Nobody else cares about Beto except Rob's family.
Yeah, I heard it, but it's not the biggest story.
Nobody cares, right? It's not even the biggest candidate.
Yeah.
He's not sending me emails about Kamala Harris or Cory Booker or any of these folks.
Joe Biden.
He sends one email about Cory Booker, and it's just that Cory Booker's in a loving relationship with Rosario Dawson. Yeah. By the way, do you hear Beto still wants the borders open?
That's right.
Because he doesn't
watch out for that Beto.
He doesn't think Booker's a threat.
He wants open borders.
Oh yeah, he wants all those.
Well, what does Hannity call Beto?
Oh, Mexican Beto.
Oh boy, yeah. I'm hearing that Beto raised more than $6 million online in the first 24 hours after announcing his presidential campaign. No wonder Rob and his family are worried.
Yeah, that's right. You got to be worried about these people.
What people?
Well, Beto. He's trying to ruin the country.
With?
Well, I mean,
I know.
Open
Rob.
borders.
Open borders.
I know what you're getting at,
liberal
Rob.
mentality.
Right.
It's just not good.
I'm just waiting for Hot Dog to sneak up behind you and smash an egg on your head.
It could happen. But
it beat the first day haul of Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont, who raised $5.9 million. Did Bernie raise $5.9 million for this campaign or the last one?
It's the first 24 hours.
Sorry, I got Reed yelling at me.
Is Reed talking about this campaign or the last one?
Talking about this campaign?
Yeah, this one.
Yes, this one.
Yeah, Bernie's got no traction for
Kamala
this campaign.
Harris. No, because I think he's already run. He's not. I think people want something that feels new and exciting.
Like Beto?
Bernie felt new and exciting. Even Trump, in his own way, felt new and exciting because he was not a politician. Obama felt new and exciting. First black president.
Yeah.
People are a little sick and tired of what feels like the same old fucking thing.
And as much as they hate Trump, they don't want to go back.
The people hate Trump, but again, he felt different.
Yes.
Well, this guy, it's Trump. I can't believe it. Beto O'Rourke might have that. Because Bernie has already been, for the last, 4 years, everybody's been talking about Bernie and Bernie.
You're
freaking
out, Rob, right now.
Why?
No, I'm good.
He knows I'm right.
You're presenting information that is why
Beto's got a strong following. It's not good. He's got a cult.
And he's a younger guy.
Yeah.
Cult. There's something about him. Was he in his 40s?
Something like that.
He's a younger guy. He's different from all these guys because he's younger.
Yep.
Reed walked in the office this morning and said that Beto O'Rourke is 30, which I think is inaccurate.
I'm going to vote for Beto O'Rourke.
Oh my God!
Bad? What's he stand for? I don't know. I just like his name.
Don't even.
All right.
Open borders, and there are those who compare him to a pile of horse manure.
Oh yeah, Alex Jones did not do a kind interview.
No, he did not.
Beto O'Rourke.
He put a microphone in a pile of horse manure and said he was interviewing Beto O'Rourke.
And he lost to Ted Cruz, right?
He did lose to him.
Indeed. Yeah.
So that makes him
about that one.
That makes him. Trump is 1 for 1. Beto is 0 for 1. Have your parents ever pointed that out, Rob?
I mean, it might have been mentioned.
He can't even,
Seriously, how many times have your parents brought up Beto O'Rourke?
Well, during the last election, he was brought up a good amount because of the whole Ted Cruz thing, and that was a big one for them.
The local elections?
Yeah.
But they're not even from Texas.
I know, but they just love,
I see.
Republicans.
I see.
So that's pretty much it.
They're worried about the way the House is going to shape up in the Senate.
Absolutely.
Okay. And Beto would really throw a monkey wrench in their plans. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they like Trump?
Yes, they do. They do like Trump.
Do they say this? He may not always say the right things, but if you look at what he's doing, he's getting a lot done.
Word for word.
I love that. That's just the narrative. And the people who say that think that they're saying something different. The people who say that think that, well, I've been thinking about this a lot. No, it's just the other talking point.
It's always like, well, if he just cuts back on the Twitter.
Right. But you know what? It's not about Twitter. It's about what he's doing for our country. Is that right, Rob?
Absolutely.
And what Beto is not doing for our country.
And will not do for our country.
Damn straight.
I'll tell you what Beto...
Thank you.
Beto will do for our country. Destroy it with those open borders. Is that right, Rob?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want no immigration. He just wants a more relaxed...
Oh, yeah. Very relaxed.
How relaxed?
Let them all in.
He wants to let everybody in?
Good old Robert Francis.
Who's Robert? Really? I thought his name was Beto.
No. His first name is Robert Francis. That's yeah.
Oh my
his
God.
Nickname is Beto.
Oh,
why Beto?
I don't know.
Because he's a phony, right?
Yeah.
Robert Francis. I won't even when people say the full first name as if that makes the nickname. If that makes it phony, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Let's go to Steck in Denver. What's up, Steck?
Oh, hey guys. I was just speaking of videos that are going viral. I saw on YouTube this little faggot kid that just corded up his ankles on Nickelodeon. His name was Sam Roberts.
It's such a weird coincidence because there was a similar video of me doing that, but the way you described it, it couldn't be me.
Yeah, it was a perfect. You didn't even need his name. I knew who exactly he meant.
Thank you for nothing, Steck.
Goodbye, Steck.
Yeah, a couple of people found the Sam Roberts on Figured Out video over the weekend as well. I don't know. I think it's one of those things one person stumbles on, tweets it out.
Becomes a viral sensation.
That's what's happened.
Little chimp ankles.
That's right. Jake in Canada. What's up, Jake?
Hey, guys.
Get away my kids, Jake!
Yeah, so that Adam22 guy has like a porn on Pornhub with some other YouTuber chick.
Oh, does he really?
Good for him.
Yeah, good for Adam.
Good for him.
Yeah, actually, there's two of them. He's just porking them.
It's not with a cat, is it?
No cat.
Okay, so we don't have to cancel Adam22. All right, thank you, Jake.
Oh, he said they're porking.
Oh, well, hey, there he is. Is that Adam22's penis that we're looking at right now? Troy, do we have are we...
It says Lena the Plug gives Adam22 a sloppy blowjob.
Oh, okay, so I would imagine if you had to guess.
In it? She's hot, man.
She is hot.
Wow, is his face in it?
Jeez.
I don't know. What was that?
Smacking her ass.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
That's that man's got tattoos. Adam's got tattoos. Oh my goodness, we can't be.
Oh, that's awesome. She's lovely.
Wow.
And Troy.
Would you let her perform oral sex on you?
Absolutely.
They're doing their own show.
Yeah,
that's great.
And it's not for the audience anymore either.
No, she's doing a two-hand stroke.
I'll tell you. Can I tell you something, Travis? Can I give you a prediction?
Yeah.
I think within the next year, we will get to the place where Troy and Jim have normalized each other to the point that they will masturbate in the studio.
No.
I think so.
Oh, she's gagging a little. What a good girl.
I think so. Because you see that? Like, we're sitting here talking about this.
Oh, my God, her ass is sexy.
Perfect.
Is this an old video, or did he do this when he was already a YouTube famous?
I don't know. He was already a YouTube famous.
I was going to say a YouTube star. Is it, which did he do first?
I believe he was already a YouTube famous when he did this. He was already a YouTube famous, and you had already gone to comedy. So,
I like that he's gay. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. She is so sexy.
Yeah, she is.
But you can see his wiener in it.
Yeah, you can.
That's the only
thing. But he's holding her head.
Do you think he realizes that?
Oh, my God. What a hiney she has.
He's...
that looks fun.
It's unprotected. That
looks fun.
This is a bad example.
Fun?
Yeah, that's my idea of a good time.
Yeah, it
is
sure is.
Yeah.
That's it. You think that looks fun, Troy?
That's a fucking
what is it? Is this your number one hobby?
I enjoy it. Sure.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do. You're a fan.
If you're this guy, oh God, it came on her face. What a good egg.
See?
Oh, she's fantastic.
Now, if we could send this video to Shane Dawson,
she's lovely,
and say if you could find Lena the Plug and come on her instead of coming on your cat, people would appreciate you.
What does Lena
more.
the Plug do?
Let's find out.
In this video,
What a
she
nice
receives a load. Yeah,
she has a perfect ass.
Lena the Plug is another YouTuber.
Oh,
yeah, she's got other
God.
videos.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Was she dating that guy, or they just did a porn together?
No, they're dating.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Do you know if it was a committed relationship, Travis?
I believe they're still in a committed relationship.
She is awesome.
Oh, good.
And then Troy's going to find her Instagram.
I don't want to. Is there a bunch of scantily clad outfits?
We can't push that forward, can we?
No.
No, that's
She
not.
is really sexy.
That's not good.
What an ass.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh. I wouldn't mind patting it, just gently.
Are you sure you wouldn't?
Like this. Like in Caligula, when he goes, on your knees, Proculus, and he's rubbing Livia's stomach, and he goes...
Do you think she would have as good a time with you as Adam 22?
No, she would not.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in as good a shape.
Right.
He
Troy,
has
you're
a
in pretty
fatter
good
penis.
shape.
Mine might be a
You
little
got your
longer. His
titties
is
done.
fatter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she'd probably enjoy him a lot
Fatter's
more.
better for the ladies, right?
That's what she would say.
Yeah.
Jim, look at that hiney.
It's just...
It's perfect. It's a work of art.
It's here's what's so sexy.
Mm-hmm.
She has these fucking like sock stockings that come up to the bottom of her perfect chubby ass cheeks, and so it kind of highlights the fucking the juicy globes that are the cheeks.
You're right.
Those fucking they stop and it forces the cheek out.
I
So it's
see.
just kind of here's the sound that ass is making.
Yeah.
I see.
It like, puts it on display.
It puts it on display.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of these photos are not decent.
That's a fucking
perfect.
Oh, like the thong just disappears in her crack.
Right. I see.
Fucking what a crack.
I see.
Shit.
Yeah, she is quite a delight.
I see.
She wears those short shorts that really shows her hiney off. How many Instagram followers does she have?
1.7 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Every one of them is earned.
I get it.
Yeah, well, she knows. You know what? I do have respect for people.
She has nice bosoms.
Who understand the audience.
Yep.
Who sit there and they go, I know what my audience is looking for. I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to deliver it. And she does.
She does.
She does, doesn't she, Troy? Are you a fan?
I'm going to have to start following. She just made a new fan.
Andrew in Los Angeles. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, man.
So, yeah, last night, I don't think that video of him getting robbed is like a publicity stunt or anything, because back when XXX Tentacion was killed, he used to represent him, and they had like this thing where he had Melrose Avenue shut down with the cops coming in and like riot squad and everything else. So he has a pretty big following.
Yeah.
That he wouldn't require like a fake video like this.
Right.
Yeah,
it would probably ruin him
agree.
if it was fake. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Andrew. That as far in that world, Adam 22 is pretty massive.
Yeah.
Jason,
wow, is she sexy?
Are you talking about the Lena the Plug?
Yeah, I'm looking and her hiney is on display. She probably doesn't realize that people can see it.
Troy, could you please not look up more pornography videos? Just get a hold of yourself.
Wow, what is that?
I mean, you got to get a hold of yourself, Troy.
Does she do a lot of porn, or is it only with him?
It looks like there's masturbation videos and then videos of her and her boyfriend
Sucking
Adam
his
22.
penis. Yeah, she's just, and she's sloppy. The blowjob is sloppy. He has to pull his trousers off so they don't get spoiled.
That's true.
Boy. This guy's a trooper.
That's true.
Oh, Jim, one of our interests is Game of Thrones.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
So
you like
guys already
Game of
have
Thrones?
something in
I do.
common.
Look at
Oh, he's holding her face and gagging her. She likes the gag blowjob.
Well, she
by the way, I
purports to.
said my penis might be longer. I stand corrected.
Okay.
And now that I've seen it from the side, he's got me on every angle.
Okay, so the girth you stick with.
Yeah.
He's better there.
Yeah.
And the length you're going to go with.
Yeah. I saw another angle. I was incorrect.
Okay, Troy.
I had a moment of ill-conceived confidence.
I see.
And it was quickly dashed by video number 2.
I see. She's smart. She puts up little previews of her pornos and then says where you can find her on.
Girls booty worship each other.
All the girls have.
I didn't see that one. Where's that one?
They booty worship each other. Go back.
Hold on.
For booty worship.
God damn it.
All the girls have uncensored Snapchats now that you have to pay monthly for.
Oh, yeah.
And people do.
Danny Daniels has that. That's the first time I saw that.
Everybody does now.
She has a snap. It's a weird connection where you can watch their uncensored. They're blowing them together. Adam has a fun life.
Well,
that's a fun life.
He does, but the last thing you want to do is get held up at gunpoint. Although maybe it's worth it.
For that?
Yeah.
Big booty worship? Oh my God, I want to see her vagina.
You do?
Think she shows it?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't want to leave anything to mystery,
Oh,
Jim?
here's what she's doing. She's touching the bottom
of her.
Which one is his girl? The one with the heart tattoo?
Her, I think.
The one girl was taking her hand, and do you know where they do that? Where they touch the very bottom of the ass?
Yeah.
And they go
Shake
like,
it, yeah.
And they jiggle their hands up so the cheeks are all over.
I do know that.
She was doing that.
Yes, she was.
And they're scissoring now.
Yes, they are.
Jim and Trey are in a tizzy.
Of course they are.
I mean, look.
What fat heinies.
I love when girls have fun together.
I do too. Because I realize how I would ruin their good time.
Of course you would.
With my awful
Oh,
shape.
here we go, Jim.
Jason in San Antonio.
Jeez, I almost forgot what the fuck I was going to talk about.
Well,
when we
these
were
guys,
jerking off in my car.
They're blowing them
This
together. What a
video.
fun life this guy has.
These guys are all worked
God
up.
damn it.
Jason.
Adam 22 has a fun life.
You think so?
I want to be Adam 22.
Well, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Wouldn't it be great if Jim got all tatted up because he thought that was the missing thing?
Yeah.
If Jim started coming in with like one tattoo here, one tattoo there.
And then I got blown by two girls with my dick just laid there.
Of course it would.
Like a fucking slug because I'm nervous. I'm trying to tweedle my nipples and I'm holding the phone and you can see it shaking. It's bad video quality.
Yeah, we'd have to sit there and go, Jim, tattoos weren't the issue.
Oh.
What's going on, Jason?
They're giving him a slow blowjob.
Well, we call it a beej.
No, it's a slow beej. And the looks they're giving him, they're hungry for it. They want some cum.
You want to hear the ultimate You want to hear the ultimate nightmare? Lena the Plug was raised in a conservative Christian home.
That's how it is half the time.
And so she gets raised sex is dirty, conservative Christian. She got raised by basically Rob's parents.
That's right.
Except instead of turning out
That's why she's behaving like Rob.
You think, is this what Rob does in his
100%.
spare time?
He just doesn't film it.
Can you imagine the nightmare that would be? You raise your kids conservative Christian, and this is what you get?
Some tattooed animal putting cum all over the place.
Oh my God!
The
what
way
a
they're sitting
nightmare.
there, these girls, they're kissing. This doesn't even feel like porn. Like they're both being so sexy, looking up at him. The looks on their faces are like genuine, like looks of awe and wonderment.
They're enjoying their time.
Dude, they want some cum.
Do you guys think they're just having fun?
They're having a ball.
This is, by the way,
holy shit, are they having fun?
I love that. Like Troy and Jim are as skeptical as it gets. Like both of them have dipped into conspiracy theory world. Super, I'm not sure if that's real. I think that might be fake. But when it comes to porn, all a girl needs to do is like bat her eyes, and they both go, "Oh, she's enjoying that one.
Well, no,
yeah, she likes that.
You can tell because they're no. I'm only saying that because they're a couple, and like the fact that these two are actually a couple, and it's literally she's not doing a lot of. They're just giving him a slow blowjob and kind of looking up sexy.
Right.
They're not over the top about it. They're just blowing him slowly together.
Troy, you can tell.
It looks real. It looks very genuine.
You think she's having a good time for real?
Everybody involved is having a good time.
Dude, it really is. They're all having they're having the proverbial time of their life.
But see, this sounds like, and I don't know if it's for you, because Troy almost seems pained by it. You seem like you're having a good time. Troy seems like he gets pained. Like
Troy has stomach tattoos. He could be this guy in the video.
What happened, Troy? Where'd you fuck up? You fucked up.
I didn't say I fucked up.
But are you having as much fun as Adam 22? No, it seems like you fucked up.
I think no one is having as much fun as Adam 22.
Is this the type of video, Troy, that if you're in a relationship and you watch this video and you see and according to you, you watch the video and you go, they're not acting. They're just having a good time. Everybody's having fun. Yeah. Do you look at this video and realize you're in a relationship, and is that the type of thing that starts to play in your mind? Like, oh, I could be having fun like this, and instead I'm going to fucking dinner and a movie? What am I?
It fuels the fire.
It does.
I got to get out of this.
It does.
How would you feel being in a relationship with, just say, that girl who just wants to like suck your dick and hang out with other girls and do it on camera?
I mean, I don't know. The on camera things.
Yeah, a little scary.
Yeah, a little scary. But,
But
you're not in a relationship. Are you single now? Or
yeah, I'm single.
Oh, okay.
I mean, also, Troy, at this point, you're what, 45?
No, I'm 41.
Okay, but still. Somebody says they want to film you. Like, what are you really worried about at this point?
You know what? Honestly, I am.
Are they going to ruin your future? It's done. You're here already.
No.
Your future is the present.
It's not something I want to deal with.
I see.
And look at this. They're both eating. Her and her friend now are eating, I guess, this vegan mukbang might be the name of the place.
He can't even talk. He's completely in a tizzy.
This is a cute. Look, they're just sitting here on Pornhub eating.
It's not interesting.
Talking.
No,
it is actually interesting.
It is not.
Here's why it's interesting.
You would never think it is.
Here's why
No,
it's interesting.
it isn't.
No, here's why.
Where you like, okay,
because they just blew a guy together, and now they're enjoying a meal, and they're looking, a fucking dog is there, or is that a cat? I can't tell. It's a cat. It wants.
He doesn't even know what his animals are.
No,
anymore.
that cat's got cum on
It
his
wants
back.
some food. The cat's hungry. The two girls are talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, guess what?
I don't mind this. You know why? Because I can click another link and watch them both expertly give a blowjob. And
Yeah.
I'm saying expertly.
Now, Jim, when you're in a relationship and you see a video like this, do you have reactions like Troy, or do you separate the two?
What do you mean?
Meaning, Troy sees this video, and because you guys both believe this is for real, not
I
for
do.
fakesies.
Right.
Troy sees this and goes, "This is the type of fun that's out there. This is what I could be having. This could
Sure.
be happening for me because it's happening for Adam 22. This, if you're not in a relationship, this is what's happening. But I'm stuck in this goddamn
Sure.
relationship. Do you feel that way? Going, oh my God, there's this kind of fun out there, but I'm in this relationship.
I cheat.
So for you, it's not an issue.
No,
Okay. I see. So you know what your options are because you take them.
Sure.
Yeah, I
Or,
see.
you know, it's nice to just find a girlfriend like this.
Yeah.
Who's like,
It's hard.
hey, let me find some friends. Let me bring them over. We can blow you. We'll hang out.
You'd be cool with that?
Yes.
You be okay?
Yeah.
Would you get jealous to see her kissing another girl?
No, I would love that.
Okay.
You wouldn't be upset?
Not for a second.
What if they were intimate with each other in front of you?
How about if their heinies were chubby and they were showing them off?
Let me ask you this, Troy.
Go ahead.
Would you feel disrespected if they started handling each other's intimate areas?
No.
You would not.
As long
in
as I
front
can
of, what
join-
if they did it in front of you?
Can I join in?
Yeah.
You're
welcome to participate.
Right.
Yeah,
Once
but
they grind their heinies on each other.
I always weirded out by guys that have a problem with their girl wanting to hook up with other girls.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Maybe they don't like fun.
Exactly.
Is that what it seems like?
Would you let your girlfriend do it when you weren't there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But you'd like to hear the stories later.
I don't want to hear about fucking other dudes.
Not dudes.
Yeah.
No.
You'd fuck another dude, though, right?
I would not.
Oh,
I would
okay. All right.
not do
I
that.
just wanted to put things on the table. Okay. All right. I wanted to make sure
Only
everybody
chicks.
was clear. You're only chicks?
Only into chicks.
All right. So that is news.
How about if
Okay.
she wanted to blow you and another guy together?
No, I'm not into that.
All right.
It's too. I don't need any more testosterone in a room.
Yeah, because
Right.
both your helmets should be rubbing in her mouth.
Yeah, I don't need that.
You don't need that.
No.
You don't need that. You're like, oh, I think that's her tooth. Oh, that's not her tooth. That's the other guy's
Yeah, I'm not
penis.
into that.
Yeah, I don't
It's
need that.
mushy.
Yeah.
I like when chicks are like, only one dick.
Yeah.
As many chicks
It's like
as we
you're
can round
thumb
up.
wrestling in her mouth.
So that's your goal right now, is for your next relationship to find a girl who wants tons of chicks all the time and one dick,
Yeah.
and yours.
If I feel the need at any point to be with one woman,
Mm-hmm.
she's probably gonna have to be open to that.
So if you feel the
That's
need,
not as hard to find as most girls are open to something like that.
but your goal is, if you feel the need to be with one woman, you'd like to be with many women.
That's correct.
Okay.
I can be emotionally attached to one woman,
I see.
Sure.
but you know, when you know this fun is
You
out
got to
there,
use that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see.
I like to
Okay.
have a good time.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
the
is a
last
good time.
thing,
They're still eating.
Troy has vagina FOMO.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
You know, you feel like it's not enough to just say like, okay, this guy is doing this. That's his life. You go, I could be there. I could be doing that.
Well, it's like when I was a kid, I'd watch like skateboarding videos.
Mhm.
And I'd be like, oh, I want to go skate now.
And you
Sure.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watching this does make me want to go out and get blown by two girls.
Yeah.
You should do it.
Oh, Jim.
Like
Can't
you
help
don't.
it.
It's not enough to listen to electronic music. You create some.
Girls like electronic music.
Well, I was going to say it probably helps that Adam 22 is this giant YouTuber, but I would say it's also going to help to be to have some success in the genre of electronic music.
It's so funny when you just have a tiny bit of fame, no matter where it is.
Right.
You just get girls out of your league.
Then not, yeah, not in radio.
No, in radio too.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've
Oh.
picked off some fucking over the years. I've slept with much better looking women than I would.
Than you
deserve.
should have?
Yeah, of course.
I see.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
I see.
There's some of the emails I get or the contacts from people who will hit me up. Hey, you know, it's a weird connection. People see you and they get to know you. Like doing radio, we were talking all day. I mean, look, it does, because of the things I talk about, it does make a lot of people not want to deal with me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you're almost building a relationship because they're learning about you. And they're like, oh, yeah, I like this guy, or there's something about him I like, so I can kind of get over the physical lackings.
Well, also, they know based on your stories that you fuck. You know what I mean? And that's
They know
good.
I'm an ass eater.
Sometimes that's good to put out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a girl who heard me on Guys We Fuck podcast.
Right.
hits me up, slides into the DM.
By the way, is the one girl from Guys We Fucked, is she cool with me now?
No, she hates you.
Okay.
She says you look like a rodent.
She's right.
And
She's right.
the other one likes me. Totally fine.
Christina Hutchinson likes you.
The other one,
Corinne,
also.
Not at all.
Oh, no, not at all.
No, exactly.
Okay, good.
Corinne with better eyesight, by the way.
I see. Because of the rat thing?
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
Okay, so go on.
Sam was
Corinne.
recently in a Metro card distributor.
Just back and forth.
Yeah, so a girl heard me on the podcast.
Sure.
DMs me, and this I was on like 4 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. So she hits me up. She's like, I'm the female version of you. And I was like,
great.
really?
She has tattoos and a dick.
So that was exciting.
Yeah. Did she also have her tits done?
She did not.
Okay, so not quite.
Nope.
When
not
did
quite
she
the
hit you
same.
A little while ago.
Right.
Did you talk? Did you see her?
I certainly
you did?
Yeah.
What did you insert?
I sure did.
Was she the female version of you?
Yeah, she was fun.
Good.
That's good. Are you guys if she's the female version of you, you guys must be in a relationship now?
No, she lives in Los Angeles.
Perfect.
Will you see her again?
If I'm in LA, sure.
Sure, why not, right?
Yeah, she was super cool.
Right. Well, she's got to be, right?
Of course.
She's a female you.
Exactly.
Right. So she hit you up and she's like, hey, I know this is 4 years ago, but do you still fuck?
And I was like, yep.
You do, and you
certainly do.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's important.
I did. I had kind of a similar experience.
What was yours?
I did Guys We Fucked.
Oh, wow. So did you also have the...
No. I said similar. We both did the same podcast.
Is that where the similarities end? That's
Yeah.
Well, look on the bright side. The last thing in the world you want is the female Jim Norton hitting you up.
That is true. Maybe just like the male Jim Norton.
You both like the same thing.
There's no difference.
I'm going to go to Jason because I picked him up 100 times and put him on hold.
Sure.
Jason,
Back and forth.
You've earned it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Well, I don't even want to talk about what I was talking about. I want to go back to the porn videos now.
I understand.
So the only thing I was saying you guys were killing me was you guys kept mispronouncing Beto. It's not like Baytown. It's Beto, like if you're placing a bet.
Oh, is it Beto O'Rourke? Oh, but do you think it should be Betto then?
Got it. Beto.
Well, no, it's a nickname for Roberto.
Oh.
Wait,
So,
Rob. Rob, are you in there? I can't see you. This man says that his name is Roberto, which is why Beto is a nickname for Roberto. Rob, our handsome Rob, said that his name is Robert Francis.
It is Robert Francis. His grandfather gave him that nickname when he was a child. He's Irish and Welsh.
So there is no Roberto in him.
There is no Roberto in him.
Would you say that he's a culture vulture?
Oh, yeah.
I see.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Jason. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. And I'm interested in all of you guys, actually. You know, you got Troy over here looking for fun, Jim looking for God knows what. Rob's fired up
for fun.
Yes, you are. Rob's fired up about Beto.
Rob knows more about Beto than I think any candidate ever.
I know, it's insane.
He knows his ancestry. He's been in the race for a week.
How many Beto conversations do you think have happened in that household?
Oh my God.
A lot.
My God. He is fired up, and he's just another candidate at this point.
He's one of, 15?
Yet nobody's sitting there going, well, this is the clear-cut front runner. This is the guy. It's not happening.
Not in Rob's house.
Nope.
No, Rob, they're very worried about him.
Public enemy number one.
Honestly,
numero uno.
The fact that the Scaracos are so concerned is making me think that this guy may have a fighting chance.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break.
I have to go to the restroom. And also, Travis, I say let's play a little music. It's a song that people might enjoy.
Do you want to play the music going to break or out of break?
What do you want to do?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
All right, hang on. You got to give me a second then.
Yeah.
All right, we got a little tune.
I think people will like it.
A little tune we're going to play to break. You know, we also have a couple of remixes that we should play.
Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah.
By the way,
how much of this am I playing?
How long is it?
10 hours and 17 seconds.
Oh, my God. Jim. What the hell are you doing, Jim? Jim, what are you doing? How much you want to bet that Jim watched the entire thing?
Yeah.
What do you mean? 10 hours?
It's music.
We don't have that much time on the show.
No, I know. I think we could break it up over a couple shows.
Take 1 hour of each show and for 10 shows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, let's just play a very little bit, Travis.
Yeah, play like 40 seconds of it.
Okay, like right now?
Sure.
And then just play it, and then we'll go to break, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
And play more.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll be back. Baby cow. I got to tell you, I like it.
I love it.
Where is this from?
Don't know. I was on some YouTube loop, and I was watching a video There's a video of a cow, like its calf.
The loop is not organic.
No, it's terrible. This cow is
it's not even animated.
The cow has like a calf, and he's staring at the camera, or she's staring at the cameraman, trying to get the camera guys. It's a really weird moment where a cow is almost asking a human being to help retrieve her calf. So I was on a weird cow YouTube loop.
As one would be.
I don't know how it happened.
You ever jizz on a cow?
In a cow.
Well, that's great.
I hope this doesn't get stuck in anyone's head.
What, you mean baby cow?
Yep. Uh-oh.
Baby cow going mad
in the field.
It is going mad in the field.
To be somebody's meal. Yeah, I'm locked in. Certainly for the rest of the day.
We're only a minute into the 10-hour version.
Do you think you'll hear this in your head again?
Oh, my God.
Do you think so?
At least it'll replace the other stuff that's been in my head.
Which is what?
James Dolan's band.
You can go ahead and...
Has get you to a church?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
can go ahead and...
get to it. How's it go?
We can't start that loop at the moment. You can go ahead and tweet out the 10-hour version of Baby Cow, Travis, if you don't mind.
Right now.
Let the folks know. You can follow us at Jim and Sam Show.
It's a good video.
And after the show today, you can spend the rest of your day, quite literally, until you go to bed, listening to this song in a loop for 10 hours.
And we'll just keep this low in the background for the rest of the show?
I think that's of course, yeah. Okay, turn it off.
One more time, wait.
Baby cow.
Is that your favorite part?
It's just such a weird choice. Like, the guy's voice it shouldn't be singing anything. To sing about baby cows. At first you think it's like a nursery rhyme, but he's cursing in it. It just makes no sense. It doesn't work on any level, but it works on every level. It's pretty amazing.
It really is.
Well, thank you for introducing us to that.
You're welcome.
I'm assuming you were reading about what was going down in New Zealand over the weekend.
Yeah.
The shootings at the mosques.
The mosque, yeah.
2 mosques.
Fucking 50. Yeah, I didn't... how many people did he kill in the first one and how many in the second one?
I don't know how it separates.
50 fucking dead.
50 total now. At least 50. Who knows? I think there's a few in critical condition. There's still a bunch of injuries. But I guess this guy who is being described as a neo-Nazi went in and opened fire on one mosque and then went right to the next one and opened fire on that one too.
Creep.
Just a total fucking creep.
I saw a video too of the aftermath, which is kind of people coming in after he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Really sad to see people grieving like that. It's really, really awful.
I would hope, and I was just like, I read about, how awful this was. Of course, I didn't watch any of the videos or do any of that stuff just because, I don't know. I don't. And I also, I don't know the website. I don't know. It's just not for me. But I would hope that at this point, so this guy walks in and he's got a GoPro connected to him and it's internet connected.
Facebook Live, yeah.
So he does the entire thing. It's like 17 minutes long or something like that. And he does the entire thing is on Facebook Live. So he clearly wants it on video. And then he's one of these assholes who's got a manifesto.
Another jerk off of
one
a
of
manifesto.
These super villains with a manifesto. Yeah. The whole world needs to hear what the greater mission here is. And he had that published online, hidden, in the little corners of the internet before he did this, knowing that it would be uncoverable once it all happened. I would hope that we can all at least agree, because you got to figure out, when all these things happen, of course, people start yelling about gun control or immigration, or it doesn't even matter what country it's in anymore. It's all the same thing. But I always try to figure out, what can we just agree on? Can we all agree on the fact that clearly when shit like this happens, these maniacs want publicity? They want their name out there. They want their manifesto published. They want you to show photos and videos. And if everybody could just agree, I'm not talking about like the corners of the internet. I'm talking about mainstream media.
They won't agree.
If everybody could just agree to stop publishing photos and names and videos of the criminals.
Yep.
I bet. I would love to see over the course of a few years what the statistics are and how it goes down.
They simply won't do it. There's a movement now, and I wish we could find it, where it's about not glorifying the killers. Like if you have to mention their name, because it is part of the news story. And you mention it once, but they said not going into every detail. Like, yeah, this person killed a lot of people. And then just move forward, maybe talk about the victims. But don'tnamedem.org.
Just describe them as the forgettable assholes that they
Yeah,
are.
but like the New York Post, CNN just has one. They have his name from gym trainer to murderer. They don't care.
No.
It has nothing to do with politics. They simply don't care.
Because this guy...
They don't give a fuck. They know they're contributing to it. They don't give a fuck.
They don't, right?
So all these tears and all their anti-gun shit and all their, oh my God, they know that they're a part of the problem and they just fucking refuse and they excuse themselves. Well, we're just kind of giving you the story. No, you're not.
Did the headline really say from gym trainer to murderer?
Go back to CNN. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Oh my God.
You watch with CNN. Yeah, there we go. From gym
There it
trainer
is.
to murder suspect.
Yeah, I mean...
And then they'll talk about his travels and his family. They just can't get enough.
Here's what you should talk. If you're gonna, if you need to mention who he was, he's just some nudnik gym trainer that did nothing with his life.
Yeah,
End of statement. Now let's talk about who the victims were and what happened and blah blah blah.
Well, cover it as a news story. It was a news story. You cover it. You move forward.
Yeah.
You don't need 24-hour coverage every time a fact is unearthed, because you are
About the
contributing
killer.
to it.
Yeah.
You're contributing to it. And they know it, but they'd rather tweet about Roseanne and say that she's contributing to racism than fucking their own story, which is how are we contributing to people getting shot.
Because the people who do this are so broken and small that they're just so painfully unremarkable.
Yeah.
That they're out of touch with the world, and they end up doing something like this just so finally somebody looks at them, somebody pays attention to them, somebody listens to them. And in reality, some people, like the people who have in their mind to do stuff like this, were put on this earth to be ignored.
I didn't know that Christchurch was the name of a town.
Yeah.
I thought it was called the Christchurch Mosque. That was bothering me. I'm like, why would they call it that?
I see.
And then I realized that the Christchurch Court, like, oh, it's a town.
Yeah, the mosque in Christchurch.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at first. I'm
Which
like,
is
I
in
thought that
New
was
Zealand.
a crazy name for I'm like, it made no sense to me.
I did it first too.
But if there wasn't a demand for it, if people didn't want to see this, that's why.
Yeah, but you know what? You're right about the demand, but sometimes the people we give journalists. The journalists expect a certain kind of preferential treatment. Like, to be a journalist is a position of esteem, or at least it's supposed to be, right? So you're supposed to be given a responsibility. Journalism, news, is not a supply. It's not supposed to be a supply and demand business. Journalism is supposed to be, we report the news. Like, journalism is supposed to be above supply and demand.
Didn't
That's
the news
whole
divisions
point.
used to lose money at every network?
Yes.
But they were never profitable.
Yes. Journalism is not supposed to be, we're going to put an opinion guy on the news on every single channel and act like the other channel is wrong, but we're right. It's not supposed to be, well, the people want to see blood and guts, so we're going to give them blood and guts. I mean, they were talking about this in network in the 1970s.
But Troy is right to a certain degree, though, because it is fucking supply and demand. People do want it. So the way for people to stop it, like, if you really are bothered by all of these shootings and you want to cut one element, like, you can fight guns, you can fight mental illness, anything you think is the problem. Everyone should be armed. Take all those stances. But one thing is, if you really, really want to do one thing, if everyone agreed not to click on these stories and never to go to the advertisers that are on these, or just don't click on these stories, eventually the press would see that their revenue from this stuff is drying up, and they would stop doing it because they would see that people are not feeding into it.
Yeah, but I can't sit here and blame people for something that the media is aware of. Like, a person who's clicking on a story that's presented to them are probably not consciously aware of the fact that in this small way they're contributing to this. Whereas the person who wrote the story is aware.
They're more aware of it, sure.
Yeah, they're aware. I'm contributing to this, but I'm doing it because we're going to get the clicks.
But
and it's like, you're supposed to be the one, clicks or no clicks, who's not contributing.
Well, if people do get the word out, or if they do all of a sudden understand, like, wow, we are contributing to this in some crazy way, then maybe, like, once people are aware of it, then there's no more excuse. Don't click on it.
Do you think people are going to get the word out? Like, do you think people are really going to buy into it? I mean, but you have, I'm not blaming you, because we all have morbid curiosities, right?
Sure.
So we'll all kind of search things out. There's a reason why some things are more difficult to be found than others.
Yeah.
If what you're doing is legal, I'm not going to sit here and blame you for having a morbid curiosity about some little detail, but there's a big difference from it popping up on some, shady website and being on the front page of CNN.
Yeah, and the front page of CNN is actually doing what they want. They're actually talking about them in a way they want to be talking
Exactly.
about. From
Like,
gym trainer to murder suspect.
Pornhub does very well with their Adam 22 porno videos, but you don't see those on the front page of CNN, even though it would get clicks.
Yeah.
because that's not supposed to be there.
Right.
Right. And I think that the path of least resistance here, because you're right. I mean, if people were aware that they're contributing to it, I would hope that they would stop clicking and buying papers and whatnot. But I think that the path of least resistance would be for the journalists who are aware. At least the bigger companies are.
Of course they know.
The higher ups are aware.
They know.
They should put out a thing. CNN should go, okay, from here on out, we're letting all the reporters know we're not doing XYZ.
Anderson Cooper won't do it. Like he might mention them, but he won't harp on the fucking person. He's actually trying to do the right thing. So, here's what people could do: if like every time a picture of one of these scumbags is on the front page of a paper, every time their picture is on, you don't buy the paper. If every time they put one of these cunts on the front page, if no one bought it, they would stop doing it.
And you're right. It's just so nuts that that's how far you have to go. Because you have to go by the supply and demand business rule instead of just counting on journalists who usually, have the moral authority over everything else. They're there to report when anybody is morally acting inferior to somebody.
Sure. Except for themselves. They never do the story on themselves.
No, unless it's cable news networks reporting on the other.
Oh, yeah, Fox blasting CNN or CNN blasting Fox.
Now, MSNBC won't blast CNN.
Nope.
And CNN won't blast MSNBC.
Nope.
But MSNBC and CNN will blast Fox and vice versa.
Of course. Yeah, it's crap.
It's just stupid.
Crap.
It's entertainment.
The whole profession is crap.
Right. And you watch your news network of choice as if you're not just being fed echo chamber information.
Yeah.
That you're not just sitting there. I'm going to look for the anchor that agrees with me the most. And I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah.
That's why people like Handsome Rob. They're like, I'm looking for the radio producer that's going to tell me all the bad shit about Beto. And he's there for him. He's there. But
they've been told,
dude,
by multiple sources. They know what they're doing, and they don't give a. We say it every time, though, so I apologize to the audience. This is boring and repetitive.
It is.
I'm sorry.
But you would think people start the first time, and this is because it shows my age. But the first time I remember people really having this conversation was Columbine.
Yep.
And maybe it was happening before that. I don't know.
What year was Columbine?
I want to
early
say
90s.
No, late 90s. Very
late 90s.
Yeah, like I want to say 90.
Oh, right. You know what? Maybe
99.
That had something to do probably too with the internet getting more and more.
Yeah.
And everybody's everyone could have the discussion with each other.
It was 99.
And the press saw like, wow, this is and the news stories online could pop up constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, that was 99, and that was when
24-hour news was 24-hour news. When did that start?
24-hour news was before that.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. But it was definitely really heating up in 99. Really, what 24-hour news was...
Oh, 1980, okay.
Yeah, but what gave 24-hour news the injection was OJ. The OJ trial made a lot of bones for a lot of people in 24-hour news. I mean, they created court TV.
That's right. Yeah, it did. Oh, they're going to let cameras in the R. Kelly trial.
So happy about that. We could say whatever we want, but I'm so happy that there's cameras in the R. Kelly trial. Yeah. I'm going to watch that. I hope he takes the stand. He's just up there. R. Kelly, you said you needed to postpone the trial. Why do you need to postpone the trial?
I said, I'm going to get me a Big Mac, a fry, and a Coke.
Do you think he'll have an outburst?
Of course he will. He's just going to be up there.
You're lying!
He's got his defense already.
I love women.
So,
I don't know how to hog that, people.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for the entire case. I watched the whole. They let cameras in the Hulk Hogan Gawker trial. I watched that whole thing on the internet. That was great.
Oh, this is a funny sound effect. Say something like, "Hey, R. Kelly, you're in big trouble."
Hey, R. Kelly, you're in big trouble.
Oh, how is that?
This doesn't work.
No, it didn't work. No,
it's a remarkable waste of time.
Doesn't work. That one doesn't work. Unfortunately not. You see the person who really should be on the cover of all the newspapers associated with the tragic New Zealand shooting and covered across all cable news is Egg Boy.
Oh
You see
my
Egg
God,
Boy?
yeah.
How great. Egg Boy is like the perfect clip. Whichever side you're on, exactly what you wanted to happen, happened. There's this politician, I think he's a senator in Australia.
Yeah.
And he's super right-wing. And he was going to a bunch of spots. He put out an article, and he was saying that, look, the real reason that this shooting happened is because of immigration. That
This guy's a cunt.
That they're letting
He's a cunt.
Muslim extremists into New Zealand, and that created, I guess, even though Muslims were the ones that were shot, he believes that because Muslim extremists are allowed in New Zealand, it created the defense that resulted in the shooting in the mosque. I mean, it's such a fucking reach.
It's the same as people who said that 9/11 was brought on by Americans themselves. It's blaming the person who was injured or murdered and saying, yeah, but if you didn't do this, you would have inspired that anger.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's
he's
so
a cunt.
Stupid and so shitty. And it's also clickbait. Like, he just wants the controversy. He makes his money on controversy, and he doesn't care about the fact that, like, people's lives are ended and their loved ones are just destroyed because of all this. Yeah. So he goes up, he's doing interviews, he's talking to folks, and some little pesky kid just shows up behind him and gave me probably the biggest laugh of the weekend. I thought it was just terrific.
Pesky. How old is this kid? Like 16,
I
17?
think he's 16. And he's about as ballsy as I've ever seen a kid. He's amazing.
These sort of things happen when people are getting attacked in their own...
He smashed. And the guy hit him with the left and throws a couple punches at him.
I mean, I'm fine with everybody in this video.
I'm fine with him hitting the kid back, too.
I'm fine with it. I don't care. I think that when videos like this happen, you should just say, you know what? We're blessed to have this amazing video.
He broke it. He broke the fuck out of that egg on the back of the
So-
He didn't throw it either. He smacked it against his head.
He's just this ballsy kid. He goes up. He's probably a foot behind him. He just walks right up behind him. And then halfway through this senator talking, the kid puts up a camera. His camera phone. You go, what's this kid? Maybe he's just shooting. Maybe he's like one of these high school political kids, and he takes an egg and he just smacks the egg right on top of this politician's head. Just smacks it right on his head. And the guy turns around, the kid's just looking at him, putting the camera right in his face. The politician punches the 16-year-old kid in the face.
Yeah.
And the kid still keeps his camera up and just keeps filming him, knocks him again, and eventually the kid gets knocked down and they pin him down and arrest him.
And somebody films the guy, like this guy. Did you see the guy putting the kid in the chokehold?
Yeah. And they were like, get off his neck, get off his neck.
Get off his neck, get off his neck. You got to hold him for the police, but, you know.
They were angry. Yeah, they were angry because the guys that were holding him down were yelling at him saying, you know, this guy, a lot of people support this guy. When you smash an egg on his head, you're smashing an egg on all of us.
Hey, look, I don't even care if people think the kid's a dick for doing it.
Don't care.
I don't care.
I mean, the
guy is a real cunt.
Yeah.
Wow, it looks like fucking Kennedy footage. That one with the egg shooting out.
It's perfect.
Let's get Dealey Plaza photo.
It's perfect. This guy's a fucking asshole, the politician, and for a 16-year-old to be able to smash an egg on his head, it's about the funniest thing you could do.
I love how little time he wastes. He
None.
puts that camera up, egg on head.
Egg on head.
He knows what he's doing. Egg Boy is the best.
And let me tell you something about Egg Boy, too. You look in this kid's eyes. There is not an ounce of nervousness.
Nope.
There is not an ounce of death smash. He doesn't give a fuck. Egg Boy is just busy not giving a fuck.
No, Egg Boy really did not care.
Look at him. This big politician. He's a big man, too. He looks like a strong man.
He is.
He punches Egg Boy in the face. Egg Boy doesn't go down. Egg Boy keeps his camera up. Keep shooting.
What's the pad data?
Look at him. Boom.
Good.
Where's the kids' footage? I want to see that.
It's out there. I watched it.
Really?
It's great. I watched the kids' footage. I watched an angle behind the kid that was being shot. I watched all of it. It's great. Awesome. Craig in Montreal.
We're talking about not being too graphic about these tragedies that happen. And I was just, I love your show, but I was just looking at my screen and it said New Zealand massacre.
New Zealand Mosque Massacre is what the pad data said.
Yeah, New Zealand Mosque Massacre.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't we just say, like, New Zealand tragedy? Put it more on the victims and less on the Indian who did that?
Who wrote that?
I did.
All
And
right.
I would write it again.
All right. Well, maybe
it was a brutal slaughter of people, which is what a massacre is.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. You're not sensationalizing
the guy.
The guy.
You are
himself.
just mentioning the crime. No one said you shouldn't mention the crime. the problem, dude, is when they highlight the motives of the killer, and when they highlight the killer and make him an anti-hero. It doesn't mean you don't say honestly what occurred. It was a mosque massacre,
and it's a great alliteration.
That's kind of a Nancy Grace headline, though. Mosque massacre. Don't you think?
Travis
no,
loves
it's exactly what
alliteration.
happened. It was in New Zealand, and it was a mosque massacre. I mean, you could say New Zealand shooting, I guess, mosque shooting.
But then it's almost like you're. Why are you going so far out of your way to not say what it is?
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude, but that's not glorifying the guy who did it. So
at the same time, though, I have been trying to be a little more edgy lately.
And titillating is the word that you used.
I did use that. I didn't want to repeat myself.
Now, Scott in Wisconsin, too.
Okay.
Because I have not heard this. Hello, Scott.
Yeah, that's the problem. The media won't, because it's Muslim militants that are slaughtering these Christians in Africa, and nobody's saying a word about that. That's why it's just whatever.
What
Muslims get massacred. These Muslim militants are going pretty much door to door, burning down the houses, 140 homes. They're killing women and children because they're Christians. If you're not, if you're saying that you're a Christian and you're not Muslim, then they're killing them. And the media isn't saying a freaking word about it because it's Christians getting killed by Muslim militants. Nigeria.
Yeah, Scott, look, the press sucks.
The only people that's actually fucking covering it is Breitbart, and that's
it is.
funny.
They do stink, dude. I mean, the press stinks, and I don't know the story you're talking about, but I'm sure you're probably being honest. And maybe it's Nigerian Muslim militants kill 120 Christians, and you're right, it's not getting covered. But you got to say there's footage of this. There's
also
footage, and he streamed it on a live social media thing, so it kind of put it in everybody else's.
I'm fine with covering it,
Scott.
I'm fine with covering it. I'm just surprised that.
But Scott,
isn't
you
covered.
know what this is. First of all, in New Zealand, it was one singular incident that happened. It was a mass shooting. Second of all, to bring up what's going on in Nigeria, in response to what happened in New Zealand, literally does nothing for anybody. It's just pushing talking points forward. You could, after we're done talking about Nigeria, you go, hey, this is happening in Africa. But, like, to say that, because you're not saying it, but what the implication is that, well, we shouldn't be talking about New Zealand because we're not talking about Africa.
Yeah, what you're pointing out, Scott, is there's two separate examples of why the press sucks for different reasons. Yes. Your reason is valid. They fucking suck. And the reason that we're talking about with them is valid because they fucking suck. So we're just giving two different, like, one doesn't cancel the other out. Well, if they're doing this, they should be doing that.
Exactly.
It's like saying a guy kicked and punched his wife. They don't negate each other. They're just two fucking shitty things that he did. Well, that's what the press is. These are two examples of why they stink. So,
and I'm not arguing that point, and I'm totally fine with you guys covering the New Zealand thing, but then couldn't you cover both? But you guys don't even know about it. That's my point.
Yeah.
I had been going on for quite a while, and it's like, holy shit, now nothing's going to be said about this. So I wasn't saying don't cover the New Zealand thing. Of course, it's horrific and a tragedy. I was just surprised that you guys didn't mention nothing about that too. Because
don't forget, people.
That's all.
I really didn't know about it. The story that is the story that people are going to grab onto is the one incident
that
happens immediately. Is Michael here or no?
I don't think so.
A couple minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say. Plus, there's no egg boy associated with Nigeria.
Yeah.
I mean, an egg boy. He's the greatest.
I don't blame them for tackling him either. I mean, he's not a hero. He just, he didn't like what the guy was saying, and he fucking threw an egg at his head. It's such a dick thing.
Right.
And there's video of it, so of course we're enjoying it.
It's funny to
see.
see.
Yeah, the kid's a dick.
Yeah.
Of course he is. The guy has the right to say shit that he doesn't like. His opinion stinks, but he's got the right to fucking say it.
We should all be able to enjoy that. I feel like the egg boy video is the perfect video. Even if you don't like egg boy, he gets punched, so you should be happy too.
Yeah.
Everybody should be satisfied. The egg boy video is something everybody should be satisfied with at the end. Oh, you can't punch a kid. Well, he smashed an egg on the guy's head. Well, you shouldn't smash an egg on a guy's head. Well, he did punch him afterwards. So
yeah, the kid, they both got it. He embarrassed the guy, put an egg on his head. The guy got a couple of punches in. Both are fine.
And by the way, there's a GoFundMe for Egg Boy, which he doesn't actually need a GoFundMe, but the GoFundMe is goddamn hilarious.
Is it for his legal fees?
It says it's for his legal fees and more eggs. I mean, I think I love Egg
He's
Boy.
also so stoic as he does it.
He's
like
so
he lines up the
stoic.
camera and goes, all right.
There's so many remixes. I was watching Egg Boy remixes all night last night.
Smashes an egg on the guy's head.
They're putting it to all different songs and everything. It's great. Oh, here's this.
Let's see what he says.
This one refers to Egg Boy as our young hero.
Don't egg politicians. You get tackled by 30 bogans at the same time. I learnt the hard way. Fuck.
Yeah. He's handling it.
Let's go to, and by the way, there is an element of this when you only hear news covered in certain publications. Let's go to Jeremy in Indiana. Jeremy.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, bud.
I wanted to say that, like, the reason you guys aren't covering that Nigeria genocide story, and it's only on Breitbart, is because it's a horseshit story. It's a conspiracy theory that was, like, just pushed. So it's not like both sides of the media. It's just, that story is crap. So
Well, is it happening or no?
No, it's just look. I mean, you can look it up. I mean, yeah, Breitbart covers it, but it's junk. It's not even near as big as.
Hold on, how is it junk? I don't know the truth of it. So how is it junk?
Well, it's like the it's not as big as what the mass scale of it. It's not as big as what it is happened. Yeah, a couple farmers got killed.
Was it 100? Was it 120 people the way they're saying?
No, it's not.
But they said Boko Haram stormed villages. I mean, that made sense. They're the ones who kidnapped all those girls. They are a militant shit group.
Oh yeah, Boko Haram, they are shit. But the Nigerian story, I mean, that's a terrorist story. The Nigerian and stuff.
All right, thank you, Jeremy.
All
I
right,
think we'll just
yeah.
look it up for ourselves.
Let's see Tom in Philly. I didn't know if this is true or not. Hello, Tom.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I'm sorry. I hate to pick on the other callers. Last guy was a moron.
Well, I just think he wasn't.
Sure of something.
He wasn't eloquent.
He could have alliterated this point a little better.
He wasn't eloquent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Monday morning. How are you that drunk on Monday morning? Either way. So here's the deal. So Milo was kicked off Instagram this time because he referenced that this specific mosque in Christchurch, that mosque where all that shooting was, was a place where they had radicalized multiple people who had joined Al-Qaeda and then subsequently been killed in drone attacks and arrested around the world.
Okay.
I didn't even know Milo was back on Instagram.
But the fact that Instagram is banning Milo for that, like, you can hate Milo's guts, but the guy's just giving opinions and they're fucking banning him for that. Like, that is really fucking scary, man.
Unless he's telling things that aren't true.
So what? The fucking press does it all the time. I mean, even you have to make your own decision. Like, this guy just called, right?
Yeah, but if he's saying that...
We're going, is it true? Is it not true? I don't know the answer to it, so maybe we'll investigate it.
Well, if Milo's like going on Instagram, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. But if Milo's going on Instagram and saying, "Hey, this mosque where this thing just happened, just so you know, they're radicalizing people," and he's got a profile like that could easily go against Instagram's terms of service.
But their terms of service are you have to tell absolute truths? What the fuck are they talking about?
They're reporting the news that apparently the mainstream media has pulled this down. It happened in 2014. Quotes from a mosque attendee who said, quote, "A visiting speaker from Indonesia talked about violent jihad and plenty shared views." It's just being
but
pulled
this is
down.
Milo's still on Instagram.
Yeah, all right.
He has been banned from Australia, though.
Oh, okay. Whether they did it or not, dude.
From
Whether
what he
they,
said.
The point is not whether they radicalize people. And the point is, I don't care what Milo says. Like,
But
he should
Instagram didn't ban him.
Okay, yeah, that is fine. So, but that is a very scary thing if you're getting banned for that.
Yeah, you're not.
Why would they want to stop him from entering Australia? Like, even the guy egging the politician, it's a funny video.
Well, let's... Scott in North Dakota. What's up, Scott?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I agree with you guys saying you don't want to glorify the shooters and all that in the same way. I don't like, as much as I enjoy the video myself, I don't like glorifying Egg Boy for being a douchey little high schooler that wants to be a political activist and get attention and shoot his own video the whole time.
Right, it's fucking great.
You know what? You're right. We are glorifying him, and even if it's hypocritical, I'll take the check on that.
But it's not hypocritical.
I don't care. I'm glorifying Egg Boy. He's donating all that money, by the way, to mosque victims. So at least he's doing something more responsible than I would have done at that age.
And it's not hypocritical. Like, are we worried that there will be an onslaught of kids with eggs smashing politicians with them? I mean, come on, who cares?
No, I'm not being serious. I don't like these cunty little kids, these know-it-all kids, and it's just throwing a little gas in the fire to congratulate them.
Oh, you know what? He's not banned. You're right, Sam.
Yeah,
he's not banned.
That's why. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks,
but here's the thing: why you can glorify Egg Boy, because he smashed an egg and then he got punched in the face.
Yes,
it was literally the
tit
world
for tat, as they say.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
it's perfect. I guess Chris in Rochester does actually bring up
Rochester. Chris,
What's
good
up,
point.
Chris?
What's going on, boys?
Hey.
Jimmy can't wait to see you in May, buddy.
Where am I going to be in May?
I don't know. Aren't you
Oh, Rochester. Yes, at the Comedy in the Carlson. Yes.
Yay! I think what everybody's missing in this whole fucking thing is that here's a fucking little chicken that didn't have a fucking chance to live because of this.
That is true.
Right. Give a fuck.
That was an abortion. Let's bring Michael. That was an abortion done live on television.
That's true.
Thank you for bringing it all home, Chris.
I know we're in New York State and it's okay here, but still, let's
Yes.
sell our fucking chickens here.
You're right. Thank you very much.
You're absolutely right.
Thank you. It's very, very important. Michael Cudlitz is here. Michael, welcome to the show, man. How are you?
Awesome. How you doing?
It's good to see you.
As well.
It's an exciting time to be you. You've got The Kids Are All Right, Tuesdays at 8:30 on ABC. Now, when you find out that you're getting killed off The Walking Dead.
Why do you got to go right there?
No, I know.
Why are
I
we
know it's
starting
tough.
there?
We're in a
Hi,
good
how are
place
you?
now.
When you died. Wow.
But do you sit there and you go like, oh, what the fuck? I don't need to get killed off this show. I don't have anything lined up for what's next. This was it. Everybody knew my handlebar mustache.
No, I was good. I was good with it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I had a nice little run. I fell in love. I was happy. I knew it was time to die.
That's it.
Were you? Did you get sick of it at all? Like, not the people, but the idea of like, all right, I'm ready to do something new.
No, actually, the people are the only thing I did get sick of.
Oh, okay.
No, it was awesome. You're separated, from most of us out there. We're separated from our families, so we shoot in Georgia, and I think there were 2 or 3 of the regular cast members that actually lived out there, but everybody else is brought in from out of town. So you kind of find a really cool family bond because you're all you have out there. I mean, the weather, I could choose better weather situations.
Muggy as shit weather, right?
Yeah, but Atlanta was fantastic. I loved Atlanta.
Yeah. But being away from your family is not the greatest thing in the world.
It was all right.
You didn't want to move into Atlanta full time?
No.
How old are your kids?
I have twin boys that are 22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do they go to college?
They do.
Oh, they still
They're
go.
telling me they do.
Okay.
I don't know.
Were you on that list? Did you pay the $500,000 to get them wherever?
So we only have a couple minutes. There's some guys waiting downstairs to take me to my next appointment.
Does that stuff boggle your mind when you go like, you went through this process, you got the kids into school, and you're like, well, I don't understand.
I did. Well, see, the thing is, this is like 2-part. I do understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand the need or the want to do the best for your kid. What I don't understand is all the tremendous illegal things that then continued from it, and the cheating on the test. It's like cheating at golf. It's like, look, if you don't know it, you don't know it.
Right.
I don't understand. Like, I cheated on the SATs. I guess because everyone thinks that it's a rigged system anyway, so they kind of want to give everyone a pass. But no, it's like the tax evasion and all. It's like it becomes like you're a criminal.
But how do you have that discussion? I don't have kids, but how do you have that discussion with your kid when you're like if you just do something and they don't know it? But how do you go? All right, look, you have. There was some kid that they said to talk slower in the psychiatric evaluation or something.
Really?
Yeah,
to
because
get
way
to get a moderator.
You can
or
get a
somebody.
moderator.
Yeah.
You can get a longer.
That's
Not that you're special needs, but that you're like a little slow and you need more time. It's like, how do you say to your kid, just act like you're not as bright so you can get more time on the test? How do you have that? How do you?
Well,
have that
you want to go to the school you want to go to. You're like, we're going to screw these people over. Okay, Mom. I mean, mine wouldn't. Mine are like, They kind of like to do everything on their own anyway, whatever it is. There's elements of it I don't understand at all.
Yeah, you would think, I mean, to your point about the illegalities, by like, maybe step one, it starts to sound like, oh, it'd be nice to have an advantage. But by step two, you're like, wait a minute, we're starting to go into this web of things that we're not going to be able to get out of. We should not do this.
But I think everyone agrees, though, or knows that like that system anyway. It's like, well, we buy a building, we can get in.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us are not in a position to do that, but somehow that's okay. It's like, oh, it's the so-and-so wing. Well, their kid got in because they're a legacy. There's just so much stuff built into the system where you sort of go, well, if I figure out a way, that's okay then.
This is just a more obvious version of what people have been doing for years in colleges.
Yeah.
This is just like a more blatant example of sneaking.
Until you go into, and guess what? You can write it off on your taxes.
That's
the donation, yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, there's a legal way to buy your way into college and an illegal way to buy your way into college.
Which makes it confusing because then you go, well, you're rich, but you're not rich enough. And everybody else who doesn't even have the means to even consider that is sort of like, what the hell are you all talking about?
Yeah.
It is a more obvious way to, you're right, people, my father went here, and if his father's in a powerful alumni,
then it's okay.
Yeah.
Then it's
no
okay.
problem.
Because I give to the Alumni Association.
Exactly.
You've got that recurring.
Exactly.
You got that recurring donation that sets up. You set it up when the kids are like 10. So by the time they're 18, we're good to go.
Did you go to college?
I did.
Are you attached to your college?
I went to an art school.
Okay.
So I always laugh when I say that. I don't know why. Because I think everyone else is laughing when I say it. I went to California Institute of the Arts.
So do you go back? Like, I never understood with the alumni how they get so attached to this. It's like, just let it go.
Yeah.
You went there, it's done.
Well, you're just jealous because you didn't go to college.
I did not, no, but I wouldn't go back anyway. I don't go back to my high school.
If I couldn't have gotten into the art school, I wouldn't have gone to college. I mean, I went to City College. I was never a great student, like ever.
What'd you take in art school?
Acting. Seems to have worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love looking at people's IMDb, like the first stuff they got.
Yeah.
Like from for you, it was
why?
Because
Because you hope
80s.
that one day maybe you'll get something.
I know mine is empty right now. I list my auditions.
That's not true. I think you're terrific. I've seen a bunch of your stuff.
Well, thank you.
Been a fan before this. I'm not kissing your butt trying to get into your college.
21 Jump Street. Like you did a lot of weekly shows. You did like Chicago Hope, like
episodics,
NYPD Blue. I'm fascinated with this stuff. Like, how long did you do all these things where you were auditioning for one episode before you finally nailed something?
Well, it's funny because NYPD Blue, it's been on the air so long. I think I auditioned for NYPD Blue 6 or 8 times before I finally got cast.
What would you play as? Who'd you play?
First, I was I was hired to play this guy who Sipowicz thought had shaken his baby to death, but he hadn't. But then they threw that script out. This is when David Milch was there, and they were rewriting. He would just be in the middle of a story and toss it out and start over.
That can't be great for you because they look at you and they go like, "No, he can't play the guy who didn't shake his baby to death."
No, it's awesome. It was great. The material was fantastic. But then I went up. They tossed that story out, and they wound up hiring me like 2 days later to play a white supremacist group that came into New York, and we were a bunch of old Army buddies, and we burned up one of our other buddies because he had married a person of color.
Wow! You burned the guy.
Yeah. Well, you have to do that.
Sure.
I mean, when you're a racist white guy with a monosyllabic name.
Yeah, right. He's going burn your old friends up.
Well, he just shouldn't have done what he did, right?
Yeah,
right.
Oh, God.
Consequences have, or actions have consequences.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So at the end of it, are you caught? Are you arrested?
Of course. It's NYPD Blue.
What are the good guys not going to win?
That was Dennis Franz, right?
That was.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, and that was Jimmy Smits, and he was a phenomenal actor. Great time.
What was the gig where you started to feel like you had confidence, not in your ability, but in the fact that you were going to be able to make a living doing this? Because I would imagine when you're doing episodes of series and you're making a living, but there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to continue to.
There's no guarantee ever. Honestly, I mean, I have good buddies who just stopped working. Yeah, I mean that sounds really sad, and it is. But
did you go back to day jobs or other careers?
Yeah, and I had started out doing construction and film and television. That's why I paid my way through school. And if I had to go back to do it again, I would.
You did at points, right? You worked behind the scenes while you were acting as well.
Yep. Yeah. Until Band of Brothers was kind of the big transition where it was. I don't think I thought, okay, I don't have to worry about working again, but I moved into a place where I didn't have to worry about working. I mean, work kept coming
A
after.
little
that.
paranoia is healthy. Like I'm obsessed with the
I'm
fact
still
they're going to take
paranoid.
everything. Yeah, you got it. You
it's sort
got
of
it.
like, okay, this is the last gig. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, so that's when you're ready, when you're okay, like storyline wise, I'm ready for my role on The Walking Dead to be done. It makes sense that it would be done here, but monetarily and in terms of getting a check every week, isn't there a part of you that goes like, oh no, what's next?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
And if you're not, you're an idiot, in my opinion. Like if you're not sort of thinking,
God, I guess
what's next?
If I leave the handlebar stash on, I can do Comic Cons for a while.
What are you doing next? I don't care. I don't think anyone I don't think anyone's thinking that way.
What'd you do on 21 Jump Street?
Played a boxer dude who did I kill somebody? Probably killed somebody.
Probably.
I think so. I think I killed somebody. Early on, I killed a lot of people.
You did?
Yeah, I killed a lot of people later on, too.
I've never killed anyone in a...
No, that's about right.
But that's what. Yeah, that's literally why I chose to do the new project. Kids Are All Right, because I was kind of tired of killing people.
But you're still a working class gruff dude, even in The Kids Are All Right.
Whoa! I'm a loving, caring father that you obviously have misunderstood.
Oh, maybe the nuance was lost on me.
I haven't seen it. So do you play a gruff guy or do you play?
I do. It's
gruff.
It takes place in the 70s. We're an Irish Catholic family. There's 8 kids, all boys, and you got to rule with a semi-metallic fist.
Yeah,
it's a soft metal. It's not quite iron. So, I mean, part of it is the working class mentality and just getting the kids through what they need to get through. Don't worry about
It's getting the parents through what the parents need to get through. It's like you don't really have time to worry about the kids.
Were your parents supportive of you being in the arts? You grew up.
They were.
Did you grow up in Long Island, or
I grew up born in Long Island. Grew up mostly in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
We moved out of New York when I was 5, and then we were in New Jersey in Lakewood for another 10, 11 years after that.
I've done gigs there. Where is Lakewood? Is that like Western Jersey? I don't remember.
It's
north,
like Central Beach community-ish, sort of by Six Flags.
Oh, I was
sort
way
of
off.
by. It's actually by.
Okay.
It is by
Six Flags. That's
I lived at Six Flags.
People used to drive by our house and go, "How do you get to Six Flags?" Don't ask a 16-year-old kid how to get to Six Flags.
Did you go a lot or no?
We did.
You did?
Yeah, we had summer passes and that stuff.
I was taught before. I get very sick on rides.
I do too.
You do?
Yeah, I can't. Nothing.
So what would you do at Six Flags? Just get sick?
Yeah, and walk around.
Yeah.
Meet girls.
Meet girls. Never. Just hang out.
So, do you have siblings?
I do have 2 brothers.
So was it like an artistic household, or were you just kind of the standout of like, no, I like this acting stuff?
I like the acting stuff. I never thought I would be able to make it in. It was a blue collar community. It was not really an option. So it wasn't sort of like, I like doing it, but I thought, okay, well, I'll be able to do this in community theater or whatever, but not. Career was never even on the radar.
You figured you'd have your construction job and then you'd do community theater and that would be that.
Exactly. Yeah, I'd do it on the side and then, when I can, then probably whatever. Honestly, when I was growing up, there was no thought that was going to be the thing.
So have you ever had was there ever a game plan, like here's my strategy going in, or was it, wow, this is somehow working, I'll just move on to the next thing?
It kind of evolved and it was like, this is somehow working. And then when there was a point when I was going to City College where my dad walked in on me when I was going to go to school for engineering. I was going to transfer out to an engineering school. And he was like, what are you doing? And I was basically like, well, I'm doing my homework. He's like, no, what are you doing? He was like that, John Cusack can say anything. He's sort of like, really? You want to know right now?
This is the time we're having this conversation.
Kickboxing, sport of the future. I basically told him, I wanted to do acting, but I wasn't really an option. And he was like, well, why throw away your dream when you haven't even tried it?
Wow.
Yeah. So I quit school the next day. Which he was sort of like, what the hell are you doing?
I didn't say that.
I mean, like, finish this. Like, what are you doing? And then I applied to one school, which is Cal Arts, because I could not see myself going to a regular college. I just wasn't equipped for it at the time. I probably would have done fine later, but at the time was not equipped. And I got in and had an awesome time there. And it was incredibly beneficial to me.
Is your dad still living?
He is.
Oh, so he's seeing all your success.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
So how do you apply to when you apply to again? I never applied to a college. I went to Middlesex Community one semester. It didn't go well. So no.
That's
B
too
and
bad.
3 Fs. Dismal failure.
You nailed one of them.
What'd you get a B in?
English, and it was a gift.
Wall climbing, rock climbing. Right?
Isn't that great? The one professor is like, we're going to give Jimmy a B because we just want him to pass through, and all the other professors are going, this is clearly an F. It's not
They're
going to
like,
happen.
we don't even know who this guy is.
I fucking flopped in in problems and statistics, Western civilization, and science or whatever it was.
Did you go to class and just fail everything?
Yeah,
or?
kind of. I was terrible.
He doesn't even like. Most people are like, no, I never went. He's like, no, I was there every day.
Yeah, I tried.
And I still failed.
You did try. I wouldn't apply myself properly, but yeah, I did go. It was high school / college courses. I dropped out of high school, so they were
I almost did. So that's where I was. I was taking remedial math. Well, not remedial math. Whatever it is, like the 101.
Yeah.
Whatever 99. Whatever's.
Before we get to 101, we're not there
101.
yet. Yeah, because you hear all these stories about the high school kids taking college classes in high school.
Yep.
Yeah.
I took high school classes in college.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I need something that will transfer into high school that I can also use. And they're like, all right, well, these are for you, dope. They're kind of like you have your foot in high school and 1 foot in college.
So did you?
There's so many people in this class.
Yeah.
Did you end up failing the math class, which meant that you didn't get the high school credits either?
Oh yeah, no credits, no credits, no high school credits. But it made me get my driver's license. So I would take the bus every day to Middlesex Community College, and I would miss it all the time. So finally, it motivated me to get a driver's license.
Silver lining.
There you go.
Yeah, there was a silver lining. So I got a driver's license. I was always very scared.
That's good. Did you move out to LA after college, or did you live out there at any point?
Moved out. Finished my last year of high school actually in Riverside, California. Moved out to live with my dad.
Oh, so he moved out there.
Yeah.
That must have made it easier for you to get into acting.
It did, and that's probably location was probably a huge part of it. Had I stayed in New Jersey, I don't, even though it's close to New York, obviously.
Well, Lakewood's far though.
But, but we're closer to the city than
being in Ohio or something.
Yeah.
So were you doing theater first? Do you remember like the first theater shit you did?
First, elementary school. I remember my mom used to make costumes for me. I did like the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz, and it was Bert in Mary Poppins.
Did you do a good Cowardly Lion?
I can. If I were king of the forest.
Listen to that voice.
As a kid, I was probably like,
if I were king of the forest. I just watched that again recently because I hadn't seen it in many, many years, and I forgot there was so much of a lead up before she got blown out into Oz.
Yeah, I forgot. That's called establishing.
Well, we used to talk about oh my god, well, it's going to turn to color. It's going to turn to color. That was the big thing, and a lot of people don't remember that it started in black and white. When she was in Kansas, and then when that was like a huge
Oz,
thing at the time.
But it takes forever to get to color.
Yeah, like, for crying out loud, when are we going to get to Oz?
I forgot about that he meets the fucking wizard. She meets the wizard.
Everybody.
She taught. Now, are you supposed to...
That was probably by design, though, because they didn't want to have to colorize that much film.
Probably not.
They were just like, let's leave as much black and white as humanly possible.
Half black and white, half color. Now, when she's getting ready to be, she's like hanging out at the farm and fucking Aunt B, what's her name? Aunt May or Aunt B?
Probably Aunt B.
Bessie.
Aunt B
Bess.
was giving everybody shit and yelling at all the farm hands, and then you realize, that's the Cowardly Lion, that's the Scarecrow, that's the Tin Man.
Right.
Are you supposed to recognize them once you see them in Oz?
It's okay if you do.
I didn't. I remember realizing it when she's like, and you were there, and you were there, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I remember going like, oh no, you're right.
Right.
Wait,
What
that wasn't
the
a
fuck?
Tin Man. That was that guy with silver paint on. What?
Charlie.
But they show them a lot first, so I'm wondering, are you supposed to recognize that or not? I don't remember.
It's okay if you do.
Probably.
I think it's okay if you don't, and you get you at the end. But if you do,
Got me at the end pretty good.
At the end, yeah.
It did. Did you do musical theater after?
I did so much musical
As
theater.
an adult?
As I thought I was an adult.
Mm-hmm.
No, not as an adult.
Just as like
no one has done more singing and dancing than me, meaning someone who does not sing or dance.
Uh-huh.
I did so many musicals when
Did you ever do Les
that's all
Mis?
they were doing. We didn't do Les Mis.
Fuck.
We did. What did we do? Like Oklahoma and Pippin and Fiddler on the Roof and. I mean,
Did you enjoy them?
Oh my god, did I enjoy?
I don't
it?
care for musicals.
I didn't. No, I couldn't sing or dance.
It seems like you could because you got cast in good roles. When I was in school,
I did chorus. I was like the guy. I was there, and then I was hanging lights in between.
Oh, so you weren't Bert and Mary Poppins for all the shows?
No, I was in the third grade doing that.
That you were good in third grade.
That was good, but when it got into adult stuff, I did a lot of musical theater with singing and dancing, which I do neither of.
I see. So you were not
Yeah,
great.
it was
there.
the only thing that was available.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense.
Everyone's like, I'm going to Broadway. And I'm like, all right, see you later.
Hey, when you became a pro and this is what you're doing, was there anything that they wanted you to audition for that you didn't, that you're like, fuck?
There's a couple things. After I did Band of Brothers, I was approached by pretty much any kind of military thing that came out, that was even close to my age or body type. And there were some things that were not done well, not researched well, that they were trying to get me to do. And I would not do something that represented the military in a way that was not accurate. I felt that having done Band of Brothers, that put the responsibility back on me because from now on, I bring something to the project that has the history of these men with it.
Yeah.
And there's a responsibility that I have to honor those men and those families. And whether it be real or imagined, for me, it's real.
So that was about, I remember it's been that was about like World War II.
Yeah.
And at the end, don't they show all the real guys talking?
Throughout. The whole thing started as it's about the 101st Airborne, and it's wrapped around the actual vets at the interviews that they did and the stories that they gave, and it's based on the book by Stephen Ambrose.
Don't all those guys too? Those guys like war veterans. They talk about the one thing that they wish. I've heard them say that, maybe not there, but they wish they had been able to talk about it when they got home. Like, because none of them talked about it. They were all quiet and just shut up about it.
Well, it was a different war. You know, when the Vietnam situation came afterwards, it was it was all about talking about it and discussing it. And I think that that's why we see this sort of raw emotion that comes out of it. With World War II, the sort of feeling was, okay, we basically. This is sort of the first time in a long time, anyway, that there was an actual enemy. We knew what evil was. It was Hitler. We defeated it. Okay, come home. We'll take care of you. We'll, give you loans, pay for your school, bury it. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
And they didn't. And I think that there was a lot of damage done because of that.
Yeah, because all this shit you do in war, and they had no one to talk to about it. So they just kind of swallowed it.
Yeah, we had many, many stories of families telling us, after the parents or the relatives saw Band of Brothers and watched it, the Foot Lockers came out and they would take out the uniforms and discuss like what they did, just talking about their buddies. It was pretty incredible to be part of that.
Yeah,
really incredible, actually.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, I mean that seems like the type of thing that if you can't talk about that, because the experience, and I think that's why when they're done right, shows and movies about the military and the experience is so compelling, is because it's so, even though it's for us and it's. These people are the people who are living right next to us. It is so foreign. That life is so foreign to anything that we exist through. It's incredible. And I don't think anybody can appreciate it unless they've actually lived it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's a different breed. People that just do what they're told. Like, I was reading something about, like, we were watching something, I don't know, it was like Navy SEAL training or whatever, it was, or Team SEAL 6, whatever it was you go through in that. And, like, the fact is, like, they keep fucking with you. And at the end that you think you're done, like, all right, I graduated. And, like, all right, you got to go for a run. And it's a fucking, like, a 20-mile run.
It's like a 3-month run.
You just got to run.
Pack your shit.
I've thought of that when I was on the treadmill. Like, how...
So you relate.
Well...
I see. Because sometimes your trainer will be like 5 more minutes, but it's really 7.
But I'm like, and like literally, I don't think I can do 5 more minutes out of 10.
Right.
And like, what would I do if a guy told me to run 20 miles? I would just go, I'm done. I want to go home.
You would.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you're very far
That's
from.
why they got the bell.
Yeah.
You can go ring the bell.
I would literally ring it on the way in. I would hate it.
It's like, hey guys, where's the bell?
Well, if you had been born in the greatest generation, they probably would have thrown you out.
They would have.
They probably would not have.
Peter Dinklage's father would have given me that speech that he gave him in Game of Thrones. Throw me in the fucking ocean.
Well, you're not. You're no longer in the military. You're no longer fighting zombies. Now you get to be a family man.
Get to be a family man.
Raising children in the 70s.
Yep.
And there are, you definitely you guys draw comparisons, not right on the nose, but pretty close. You're drawing comparisons, I feel like, to what's going on now when you bring up the Nixon stuff a little bit.
Oh, I think so. I think it's a great reminder, everyone, whatever, side of the aisle or, circle you sit on, everybody thinks like, this is the end. Like, this is the most horrible time we've ever been through. And the truth is, it's not. It's like,
it's happened.
It's happened before. It's happened many times before. And in the end, we do come out of it, and we do come out of it stronger. And I think it's a, very hopeful, loving, sort of look back at where we were and comparing it to where we are, without punching you in the head with it.
That's a very good perspective on it too, because there are people that feel like maybe because we're inundated with content more now than we ever have been, that every time things are going bad, we're in the end of days, and it's never been this bad.
And it's the same
realistically.
content.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like over and over again. It's like you hear something, if you catch something when it first comes out, it's a headline. You're like, oh my gosh, this bus blew up. And then then my dad will be like 4 days later, oh my God, did you hear a bus just blew up?
Right.
I'm like, wait, no, that was not that it makes it okay that a bus blew up, but everything is like so layered and happening on this, repeating cycle, and it's over and over again. And it's like everybody's, if you really sat down, you could sort of make a list of 10 things, and everybody's list would be the same 10 things of shitty things that have happened in the past month.
Right.
And it's not like there's 1,000 things. It's like, no, there's these 10 things that are on blast. So like, turn off your phone, turn off the news feed, get away from it for a minute, and you realize everything's not so bad.
Talk to the people that are just next to you, that are just hanging out with you. Yeah.
A bus did just blow up. Actually, it was I think it might have been the driver might have been killed, but it was a gas explosion. There's footage of it in Sweden or something. It was really weird. The bus just exploded, but it wasn't an attack. Well,
most of us aren't going online searching for bus explosion.
I didn't look for it. It was just there. It hit me in the head.
The bus?
The bus?
No.
Yeah.
There it is.
Too easy.
No, I didn't. We got it on our news feed. Yeah. You guys sent it to me. There it is. It's just fucking just going, and you're reading the ad, and it blows up.
Blows up.
And it blows up.
Some kind of a natural gas thing, and then the guy films his leg. Good job,
and
asshole.
he happened to be filming him behind him just for no reason.
Why would you film a bus for no reason?
That'd be the first guy I'd talk to. I'm just saying, I'm not a cop. I played one on TV, but that guy, I would want to talk to him first.
What was 11th floor? 11th hour.
11th hour. What was 11th hour? That was it's like a medical drama. I think about it would be like the CDC. There was everybody was going to die unless they figured it out, and it was like typical 1 hour drama. It's all tragic for 59 minutes, and then the heroes, the leads of the show, go, I figured it out.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but I think it had to do with communicable diseases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. What year is that?
That's why I'm asking, because it's just such a random thing in the middle. Like,
I don't even know that I remember it. Like, what's the 11th hour? It's after the 10th and before the 12th.
What year was that?
It was 2009. You played Ben Finney.
Of course I did.
Yeah. Sometimes Jim likes to have the IMDb printed out so he can just point to random things and go, what's this?
I love it, though, because when you're doing it's the most important thing in the world. Like, when you're auditioning for stuff, you're like, fuck, I got this. I'm so psyched, and you're getting there, and that's your whole world is that day, and then it's just so unimportant.
It becomes
10
a
years
blip.
later.
Well, I don't know. I'll remember stuff. I'm probably setting myself up for failure right now, but I'll remember stuff that came, and sometimes the character name will just come back, and the whole event will come back because it is so intense. I had a buddy who, Frank John Hughes, who's a writer, terrific actors in Band of Brothers as well. And he said, as a guest actor, you're required to basically knock it out of the park every time.
Right.
So if you're in a regular cast, you come in and you can be sick or you can have a bad day and you get home, they rearrange the schedule. But as a guest cast, you're you got to crush it every time. And if you look at the Baseball Hall of Fame, you got to be good 50% of the time and you're in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
If you're a 500 player, it's like, oh my God, you're amazing. But as a guest actor, 500 gets you fired.
Right.
Sure.
Every time.
You have to do well every time.
So they tend to be the intense, sort of really emotionally laden roles, where all the guest cast gets to, knock their brains out and the regulars sort of contemplate, interesting.
Who were you in Lost?
Who was I in Lost? I was Michelle Rodriguez's partner in Flashbacks. I started out as a beat cop, and then in the end, I came back and did another episode where I was a detective and I actually sent Hugo to this insane asylum, which is where he wanted to be protected.
Right, I forgot Michelle Rodriguez was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And all right, your show now we should promote now. It's called The Kids Were All Right, Tuesdays at 8:30 on ABC. Is it on now or is it coming back on?
It comes back on tomorrow night, Tuesday night. We're back, and it's a really terrific episode. So you don't have to know the show. If you've never watched it before, you can jump in. You'll know exactly what's going on. It's a lot of fun, tremendous amount of heart. Mary McCormick plays my wife. She is amazing. And we have a group of 7 kids, not including our infant. Really, really terrific young actors.
The infant's a terrible actor, but
Funny.
the 7 kids are great.
Good.
Well, you'll see by how much you actually see the infant how much we love. No, I'm kidding. It's hard to work with babies and pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, check out the show tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. ABC. Thank you, Michael.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, good seeing you, man. We'll be right back.
Feel so goddamn real.
It's a good song.
Baby cow.
There you go.
Welcome back. Thanks to Michael Cudlitz for popping in.
Somebody's meal.
How'd you spend your St. Patrick's Day yesterday?
I went out and I celebrated.
You did, right? Did you do a bar run?
What's that? Yeah, I did. I got loaded.
Yeah, me too.
I don't care. Fuck's right. I'm loaded.
Me too. Are you so hungover this morning?
Dude.
Yeah, me too. I'm feeling it. Hey, somebody get me some greasy food and coffee, huh?
Yeah, I was fucking.
Right? Are you hungover, Troy?
Oh, I'm fucked.
Hey, Rob, make that greasy food and coffee order. Make it double for Troy. He's hungover too.
All right.
Drinking.
Gotcha. I'm still fucked up.
From drinking from alcohol?
Yeah, from yesterday.
Oh, wow. You know what I was drinking? Green beer.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And I had some green tomatoes. I wore my green hat.
They don't do green tomatoes. I mean, there are green tomatoes.
Sure.
That's not a St. Patrick's Day.
Green beer.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I like that
this is
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
Irish car bombs.
Oh, I did 5 of those.
Me too.
Yeah. Really? Same number?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
The exact same. That's so weird, but yeah, totally. The sports season is heating up, Jim.
It is. Please don't tell me that. I know. I gamble.
Yeah, I know you do.
Know
I know.
all about
Spoken
it.
like a real man.
Yeah, the sports season
sports
is heating
season.
up.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
Thanks, Aunt Samuel.
It's important. It's important that we realize that the sports season is getting to be a fever pitch. Yeah. March Madness is beginning
Are we doing the brackets?
tomorrow night. March
nail
Madness
these.
starts. You'll nail them.
I'll nail them.
Well, should we get Intern Reed? Should he come in? He's a basketball reporter.
Okay.
And he wants us doing March Madness brackets.
Yeah.
Reed is interested in our bracketology.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Do you want to do bracketology, Jim?
I do. Yeah, I'll nail this real quick.
Your glasses look good. They don't. Here's the great thing about your glasses: they don't make you look older.
Like this, they don't. But when I do this, they do.
Oh, that's perfect. Reed, you're interested in.
Hi.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Good. Do my glasses make me look older?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. But when they're off, right?
Yeah, now you look like a Gen Xer.
Youthful.
That's perfect.
That's a boy.
Right?
You like bracketology?
Yeah, I just told Travis we should do one.
Right.
I didn't realize we had pre-plans to do one.
Yeah.
We do. It's very important that we get down to the bottom of who is going to win
Cows.
the number one. Because March Madness, for those that don't know, it determines the number one basketballers of the colleges of the world.
Yeah, it really. It's like the Hoopsters Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is. It is for colleges.
Yeah.
And you only know that it's a college thing if you're super kind of
into it,
inside sports guy. I'm kind of what I call him like a sports junkie.
Yeah,
that's me.
Yeah, but not for sports, for cum.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was cum.
Cum
Yeah,
junkie.
I got confused. I got confused. Yeah, I don't even like sports. It was the other thing.
You're a cum junkie. Yeah,
you're right about that, Jim. Yeah. So I think Duke's got a very good chance of winning the games because they have the good player, Zion, right?
Yeah, they have a couple actually. Him and RJ.
Come on, a couple. Everybody's talking about the one player. He's literally the one player anybody's ever talking about.
You're not wrong. His teammate would probably be the second pick, so that's the one reason I point out.
Okay, but let's not get too deep into this thing. We're talking about Zion here.
Yeah, that guy's ridiculous.
He's the one who ripped his shoes because he's so good, right?
Yeah, once he makes the NBA, he'll be the second heaviest in the league.
Like in terms of weight?
Yeah, and next guy.
Now, is that why you like him so much?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Like when I was a kid, I
low
was
for all fatties.
He's the Jackie Robinson for thick people. You know?
I see.
He's making away.
When I was growing up, I mean, I didn't even watch basketball, but if I had to pick a player, I liked Muggsy Bogues because I was short, and so was Muggsy. That was his whole deal.
No, I remember.
I never watched him score not 1 point, but he was my favorite.
Mine was Magic Johnson.
Okay, that goes without saying. Yeah, you liked him after the retirement, though.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Even me. Covering Newsweek.
So the way I like Muggsy and Jim like Magic, you like.
Well, my favorite player is Dwayne Wade.
Is he heavy?
No.
Is he
Weird.
good?
Oh, yeah, he's not bad.
D Wade.
D Wade.
I see.
Yeah, you're a sports junkie.
No, cum junkie.
Yeah,
That's
cum
what-
junkie.
You're a
Yeah.
sports fanatic.
I listen. Yeah, I'm kind of a sports fanatic, and
I'm a Dwight
I-
Howard fan now.
You like Dwight Howard?
Now I do.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just all of a sudden enjoyed his playing.
I see. Well, so I think Duke, NCC, NDAKST.
Yeah, it's too many letters.
Yeah, I'd say that's going to go to Duke.
That's
no?
a Duke.
That's a Duke.
Write
Okay.
that one down. The Duker.
I'm going to go to Duke.
Although Duke has lost to.
I'm going to go Duke.
Okay. Sorry.
The next game
the Dukers.
is VCU and UCF. I mean, I think for me, it's a no-brainer UCF. Are you more of a VCU guy or a UCF?
No, it's a UCF thing.
Okay, I'm going to go UCF as well. UCF.
I'm going VCU.
Oh, that's very controversial.
Liberty, Mississippi State.
Yes.
Let's see.
Oh, you knew Miss State stood for Mississippi State?
Yeah.
You really watch this stuff, huh?
Yeah, no, it's going to be Miss State.
Yeah, he's playing possum. He actually has been studying all year.
All right, I probably think it's going to be Miss State as well.
Virginia Tech against St. Louis. It's got to be Virginia Tech.
I'm going to go St. Louis.
Okay.
St. Louis is my team. You know why? People say they go, I live in St. Louis, Missouri. Instead of
that's
Missouri.
funny. I never
So that's why I go with St. Louis on that one.
Why don't you meet me in St. Louis, Louis? I used to sing that a lot as a kid. Mrs. Jones's music class.
I bet the team probably
I'd go home and suck a dick.
Oh, it's funny because it's true. I bet the team probably sings that before games.
Yeah.
So that actually goes to me.
Maryland against who?
Belmont or Temple.
I like the name Maryland better. So I'll put them.
Yeah, I'm going to put them because, between Belmont and Temple, they can't even figure out which one of those two is going in. So
by the way, can we go to the bottom right for a second? Seton Hall against Albany. Seton Hall, I want to put.
Wait, they're not playing Albany. They're playing Wofford.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
what are you talking
let's put
about?
Seton Hall anyway.
Okay, why'd you go there?
I'm just bored with going in the same order, so I want to.
You want to spice it up.
Kentucky against Kentucky, I
So
think.
we're just going all over the place now?
Yeah, I don't know why you just went to the bottom.
Doesn't matter. What's the difference?
Because we're all doing it together.
I know. We're just jumping around. Let's jump around like it's fun.
And then you just went to another thing, and we were like, "What the fuck are you
Well, we
doing?"
start in the middle, actually.
Iowa State against Ohio State.
I'm not. Are you going now? You're going from the bottom up.
Yeah. Iowa State against Ohio State.
Iowa, of course.
Okay, Iowa. Now the one right below that, Houston.
It's
against
Houston.
Yeah.
Houston or Georgia Street.
I think Georgia Street.
I'm gonna go with Houston.
Okay, I'm going with Georgia. And by the way, to go back to the bottom, I'm going with Seton Hall, and I'll go with the same thing as you, Kentucky.
Sure. Let's go to the bottom left. We have Michigan against Montana. Number 2 against number 15.
Michigan.
I'm calling for an upset, Montana.
Now is that Joe Montana University?
No, Hannah. Okay.
Hannah Montana.
We have Nevada against Florida. Right above that.
Well, think about it this
Florida.
way. Yeah, but Florida's so humid.
That's why they're going to win, because Nevada's the dry heat and their eyes get dry.
More things to do in Florida. Distract them, though.
Oh, there's nothing to do in Vegas? Gambling and hookers?
It's a good
What
point.
a goose you
Reed.
are. Young, naive Reed.
Well, these guys aren't 21.
Such a wholesome boy.
I'm going Nevada still. What do you think, Texas Tech or North Kentucky?
Sure.
Both?
On one of them.
Yeah.
let's see.
I'm going to pick North Kentucky.
No, it's Texas Tech.
Okay. What about Buffalo? Again,
Or a bunch of letters. I'm going to go with the letters.
I'm going to go St. John.
AZST.
You're going with Arizona State?
Oh, is that what that is? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with St. John. Let's go somewhere else. Where should we go next?
Top right, Virginia against
G-Web.
G-Web. You got to go Virginia in this one.
I'm going to say G-Web because it sounds like a rapper.
Oh, yeah, sure does.
So I like G-Web.
Ole Miss against Oklahoma. I hate the name Ole Miss, so I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma because Roll Tide. Right, Reed?
No, that's not it, Sam.
I think it's it. I think that's right. Where to next?
Wisconsin, Oregon. Well, the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Against the Oregon Hoopsters. I'm going to go with the Oregon Hoopsters.
I'm going to go with the Buckeyes, I think.
No, they were kind of already selected.
Wisconsin?
Yeah, but Wisconsin's not the Buckeyes. They're the Badgers.
Yeah, I think they're the Buckeyes.
No.
Okay.
How about this? Let's go right below that.
Okay.
The Kansas State Wheat Huskers against the UC Irvine Clouds. I'm gonna go.
This is all Clouds.
With the
this is Clouds. Irvin.
With the Kansas Street Wheat Huskers.
Oh, okay. So we're going different on that one. Yep. Okay, Villanova versus St. Mary's. I'm going to tell you, you know what we called Villanova when I was in Syracuse?
What?
Villanova fun. So
that's chill.
I got to go St. Mary's.
Where's that?
That's right under our last one, Villanova or St. Mary's.
No, I'm going to go with the
Villanova
Villanova Preachers.
Okay. What about? I'd say in the battle of Purdue versus Old Dominion, I think Old Dominion is actually a little too old.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know, they're a little washed
age
up.
bias, though.
Little washed up. I'm going to go with Purdue, and I'll tell you why. Because I eat the chicken all the time.
Yeah, the Purdue Jumpers I'm going to go with.
Yeah, and they get up high. Do you want to go over to the other side of the paper
Or we
again?
can just finish that. Okay.
Now, the LSU against Yale.
Yale is the smartest school. We'll go Yale.
Nah, Yale's a bunch of fucking nerds. I'm going to go LSU. Plus, they're cheating to get into Yale.
But don't Aunt Becky's daughters play on the Yale's basketball team? I think so.
Not
so I'll go
anymore.
Yale. I'll go Yale.
Louisville against Minnesota. I'm going to have to go with Minnesota because I think Louisville's a really stupid name.
Okay, and Jesse Ventura, Minnesota, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
He's tall.
He sure is.
Michigan State and Bradley. My dad went to Michigan State, so I would think Michigan State will win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Michigan State, too. One, Gonzaga against 16, Purdue. Gonzaga's ranked number 1.
There's 4 number 1 teams, but yeah, in that bracket.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah. All right, we'll go with.
Maybe.
We'll go
Not
Gonzaga.
really.
You know why? It's a fun name.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's fun to say.
Syracuse against Baylor.
Clearly Syracuse.
No, I'm going to go with Baylor.
I think I'm going to have to go with Baylor, too. Right.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, you're
Syracuse
stupid.
put out a bunch of garbage.
That's not true. Not entirely.
Now let's go to
Marquette and Murray State.
Murray,
Kentucky.
The Murray State Buckeyes. I'm going to go with.
I'm going Buckeyes.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Murray Street Buckeyes.
I'm going to go with Marquette.
What about Vermont and Florida State?
The Vermont Syrups.
Yeah, I'm going to go Vermont.
Yeah, me
Bernie
too.
Sanders.
That's right.
Well, no, everybody loses in Vermont. That would mean.
Cool. Done. Now we got to go to the other side.
So.
Iowa. Wait.
Iowa against Cincinnati.
I'm going to go with Iowa because I hate Cincinnati.
I'm going Cincinnati because I hate Iowa.
Okay. The next one is Colgate against Tennessee. Let's go Colgate.
Of course.
Much better for your mouth.
Yeah, much better.
North Carolina against
Iona. That's easy. Iona. That's
Iona's fun. It's fun to say.
Plus, it's in the Bestchester.
Yeah, I own an apartment.
That's oh my god.
I own a hat.
That's so great.
Travis?
I would.
I'm not adding to that.
Iona's in the Bestchester, Reed.
But
people in the Bestchester tend not to lose.
North Carolina's arguably the best team. So
Yeah, come on and raise up,
All right, I'm going to go North Carolina. Reed convinced me.
I'm going Iona because
North Kakalaka, man. You got to go down.
Yeah, but why would they call the best? Why would they call Westchester the Bestchester if they lost?
Okay, but how's this? The head
Roy
coach
Orbison?
No, I was going to call.
Does Roy Orbison play for Iona? Even more reason. Yeah, all right. Iona it
the
is.
head coach for UNC.
Let's go to. What do you think? Utah's
Off-white Air Ones.
What?
Well, you're just saying words, man.
We don't know what you're saying,
I was trying to tell you the head
You're
coach
yammering.
of North Carolina.
Can't form a sentence. Don't open your mouth.
You're yammering.
You know, you're yammering. It's right.
Never mind. Okay.
You're just rambling.
What do you think, Troy?
He's yammering.
Troy, do you understand a word that's coming out of that boy's mouth?
Nonsense.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's literally just foolish.
I was trying not to cut anyone off.
Utah State or Washington? Well, everybody knows Utah already is a state, so Washington.
All right, we'll go Washington.
And then the final two battles in the first round.
No, it is Auburn against North Mexico. I'm going to go with Auburn.
I'm going to go
their
North.
center's been hooping.
I'm going to go North Mexico.
Okay. And the next one is Kansas against Northeastern. Everybody knows the corns over the monuments. I'm going to go with Kansas.
I don't know. I think it may be the Northeastern Nor'easters.
Oh, cool.
You know? I'm going to go Northeastern. Because it's a whole area of the country. It's not just one state, you know? It's a lot to pick and choose from.
Sure.
Okay, you want to move to the Sweet 16?
Oh, I'm bored at this.
I know, it's so much. But, I mean, to start with, how many people do they start with?
I got the Sweet 16. I got them all. I was in all the papers.
68 different schools.
It's too many, Reed.
It's a good amount.
No one's ever picked all of them, right?
I did last year.
I know Warren Buffett offered, what did he offer, like $1 billion?
A million?
He did?
Or $1 million? I forgot how much it was.
Travis, do you still have my ballot thing from last year?
No, what do I keep Sam things?
Man, I would have had $1 billion.
He probably wouldn't have all accepted a piece of paper either. Probably had to do that electronically or
Yeah,
something.
you never know, Reed.
All right, I'm going to say Duke over UCF. I'm going to say St. Louis over...
Where are we going? Duke, UCF. I'm going to go with... I'll go with Duke.
I'm going to go Duke. St. Louis over Mississippi.
No, I'm going to give it a... Wait, which one did I say? Who's playing in the next one?
You should have written it down.
Oh, I wrote them down.
Yeah, that's what we were just doing.
Oh, Virginia Tech.
I'm going to go Maryland over Yale because I have a good buddy that went to Maryland. That's, you got
I have LSU, so I'm going to go with LSU because I hate your friends.
Okay. Michigan State over Minnesota because my dad went to Michigan State.
I have Michigan State. I'm going to go with Minnesota because your dad, because his cum bothers me.
Oh, I see. Syracuse over Gonzaga, obviously.
Gonzaga against, who do I have there?
Baylor.
I'm going to go with Baylor.
Murray State over Vermont because Kentucky's a hell of a town.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Vermont.
Okay. St. John. I'll do St. John over Kentucky.
I don't know what I have here. I can't read my writing, so I'm just going to put the Texas Tech.
Okay, that's smart. And I'm going to go...
Florida, Minnesota. Got to go with Florida because they practice more. Okay.
Minnesota. That was not even...
Minnesota.
Minnesota's not on that thing.
Oh, whatever it is, I put Florida.
Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I can't read my own writing.
I'll go Nevada.
Virginia, Oklahoma.
I have G-Web, and I'm going to have G-Web continuing.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Because G-Web sounds like a rapper.
Oregon against Kansas.
I have Wisconsin against Irvin. I'm going to go Wisconsin.
I'll go with Kansas.
I'm going to go Oregon.
Now, Villanova, Purdue, of course.
Villanova fun is what we would say.
You got to go with Purdue.
I'm going to say Purdue over St. Mary, the chicken.
Iowa against
Villanova.
Colgate. You got to go with Iowa.
I have Cincinnati and Colgate. I'm going to go Colgate.
North Carolina, Washington. Oh, sorry.
Purdue and Colgate, chicken versus toothpaste.
That's fucking great.
Isn't that great?
They work well together. North Carolina, Washington. I'm going to go with the upset, Washington.
I have Iona going over Washington. Iona's making it to the Sweet 16 because the best Chester.
Auburn's, Kansas. It's going to be Auburn's. Because, again, their secondary has been playing well.
I'm going to say Northeastern goes all the way to the Sweet 16 there.
Iowa, Houston, Iowa.
I have Iowa over Georgia.
And now, what's this? I can't see what that says.
Seton Hall?
Yep, Seton Hall, all the way. Seton Hall.
I have Kentucky beating Seton Hall.
I got Seton Hall. Cool. All right, we're done.
No. Now we got to get to the Elite Eight, Jim.
Oh.
Every number we do, you just have to cut it in half.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
bored.
I know, it's very
people in
boring.
the audience is hating this.
Well, it's bonus time anyway.
What do you mean it's bonus time?
I think you're hating it and just deflecting.
Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Okay.
People who like March Madness, they like our sports picks, though.
All right, cool.
Because a lot of people tune in for our sports expertise, right, Reed?
No, I do for sure.
That's what attracted you to the show initially.
Exactly.
All right, let's
I was
finish
like,
this
where
then.
can I get the
We're
most
in bonus
knowledge
time.
in this short amount of time?
Now, Reed, do you have your brackets or your bracketology is about the same as ours?
No, but I this isn't my well thought out bracket version. I kind of am just doing it off the fly like you guys, but
no, yeah, mine's well thought out.
I'm gonna finish mine real quick.
Okay, what do you got? I got Duke and St. Louis. I'm gonna say St. Louis.
I'm going with Duke.
I'm gonna go Duke.
And then LSU against Minnesota. LSU.
I got Michigan State over Maryland
because your dad went there.
My dad went there.
Bay, Vermont. I'll go with Bay.
I got Syracuse beating Murray State.
Gonna go.
And then TT Florida. We'll go with TT.
I got St. John beating Nevada.
Oh, Kansas City.
I got G-Web beating Wisconsin.
Purdue, Iowa. Purdue Chicken.
I got Purdue beating Colgate.
Washington, Auburn's. The Auburn's.
I got Iona beating Northeastern because Best Chester.
Iowa, Seton Hall. The Seton Hallers.
I got Kentucky beating Iowa.
Now the Final Four.
The Final Four.
Duke, LSU. It's going to be a big upset.
I got Michigan State.
Baylor, Baylor.
Hang on. I got Michigan State over St. Louis.
Kansas, Purdue. It's going to be Purdue.
I got Syracuse over St. John.
And then I got Aubs against Seton Hall. It's going to be Seton Hall. Now, here's the Final Four.
I got Purdue over G-Web.
If Purdue going that far.
Well, they do the chicken.
I know. I get that.
Okay, so... Let's all go over our final. Reed, what's your final four?
I haven't got
LSU, Baylor.
Don't give us your finals yet. Just say what
Purdue,
the final four are.
Seton Hall.
I'm gonna go Duke, Michigan, North Carolina, and Villanova.
I've got Michigan State, Syracuse, Purdue, and Iona.
You have Michigan State because your dad.
Syracuse, that's where I went. Purdue, it's the same name as the chicken company, and Iona is in the Best Chester.
Yeah, and
I'm going to do Syracuse over Michigan State because at the end of the day, let's be honest, I am better than my dad.
I got LSU.
And I got Iona over Purdue because the Best Chester.
And I got Seton Hall.
Oh, what a battle.
LSU, Seton Hall.
I have Syracuse and Iona in the National NCAA Championship of Basketball.
I got Seton Hall winning it all.
I feel like yours is a little bit biased.
What, to the best teams?
There you go.
Yeah.
So Seton Hall is your big winner?
$1 billion coming up. Warren, $1 billion coming up.
We should guess the combined score, too. What you do with the... I did that.
100 points.
I guessed it correctly one year. I put like 179.
Oh, I'll do 179 then.
152. I feel it's a 152.
Okay, I haven't picked my winner yet, but I'm going 179 points.
152.
Rob, were you doing a bracketology too?
Yes.
Who's your national championship game?
I got the Dukies against
Dukies.
Virginia.
Cool.
And who wins?
The Dukies.
See, I had Duke getting knocked out in the
LSU's
Sweet
knocked out.
16.
Yeah, they get
St.
knocked out.
Louis.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I don't remember why I picked St. Louis to beat them.
Well, St. Louis is it's a strong 13.
But a strong 13.
It's a strong 13 seed, so you never know.
And what's your championship game, Reed?
Duke, North Carolina.
And who do you have in the championship? Who do you have winning the whole thing?
Duke.
And who do you have winning the whole thing?
I have Duke.
Who do you think's better, Syracuse or Iona?
Syracuse.
Me too.
Yeah, because you went there.
Because I went there.
Yeah.
So did.
Well, Iona's not really a powerhouse team.
So did-
Whoa.
Yes, it is. It's
Easy.
from the best
Are
Chester.
they on the bracket?
Was
It's
it
a
not a
powerhouse.
Okay, my bad.
They're not one of the teams where it's one or the other. Like they don't have to win a game to get into the bracket. They're already in the bracket.
Yeah.
So that means they're already better than.
But you just told me there were too many teams in it. So.
It's too many teams.
So
Reed.
like,
It's too
there's
many.
Bound to be a few bad teams
It's
in
too
that
many.
bracket.
I really like Jim's Seton Hall pick.
Yep.
As a
It is a good. It is Jim. Did you, and you picked what was the combined score?
Seton Hallers and the final scores get 152.
And mine's 179. Let me write my name on it.
Where did you get that number from?
Make sure.
179. It's from my experience as a basketball man.
I got you. I'm gonna go Prices Right. 178.
Cool.
I played in Syracuse.
You did, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I was a walk-on.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man, I was actually quite good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why Carmelo Anthony was like, I'm not staying on this team if Sam's going to be here. He's outshining me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, here you go.
You were Muggsy Bogues.
I was the. No, I wasn't that short.
When's all this start?
Tomorrow
night.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
The Bucks will start rolling in.
Oh, yeah.
And Reed, why don't you?
Roll now.
Oh.
Why don't you start giving us a report on how we're all doing in the Final Four? You know what I mean?
I want update like
you to be responsible for this data. Rob will help you, obviously.
It's the road to the Final Four.
What do you mean the road to? Oh,
the journey.
It's not all called the Final Four.
No. It's the road to the Final Four.
So when there's 64 teams, they don't just say like, "Let's start the Final Four."
No. They say, "Let's start the road to the Final Four."
The journey.
The journey.
It's a
all
long
about the journey,
fucking
really.
road.
Yeah.
Sure.
So then you keep us honest,
will.
Reed, and you let us know how everybody's doing. But I have a prediction that both Jim and myself are going to do pretty
I already
good.
know how it's going to go, so
Yeah.
So you
I'm going
look
to
at-
make history.
So yours are less predictions and more spoilers.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get $1 billion?
You watch. I get all of it right in the score. I'm going to be headline news all over the world.
Will you share any of the money?
No.
Why?
What are you going to do with it?
Probably donate it
Oh.
to what I call the cum fund.
Oh, that's a big jar.
Yeah, it is, Reed.
Hey, listen, I'm going to be in San Francisco April 4, 5, 6. If you want to see me, thank you to everyone who came out in Orlando. Shows were incredible.
Yes, and we will be back here tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you all. Goodbye.
Bye.